The party has begun. Get ready, Wave Country. The Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade is coming down Broadway now. Check out the fancy footwork, festival faces, favorite floats, and some fantastic characters in between. It's all here with Don G and Kevin Harnett on Wave, your official Kentucky Derby station.
Welcome to the 68th annual Zoller Pump Company Kentucky Derby Festival Pegasus Parade.
We've made it to Parade Day, and we are not alone lining the streets of Broadway. We've got a decent crowd on a day where the weather has been a little iffy. You see the safety parade making their way down Broadway. They always make sure the coast is clear for when that parade arrives here in the TV zone, which will be coming up at about 3:30, Dawn.
Okay, Kevin Harnett, we're going to start with just a few applauses for you because all of a sudden the sun came out, and yes, it is shining on this beautiful parade celebrating Derby traditions. And the Pegasus Parade is it is the oldest Derby tradition.
You know, when we think back to the oldest festival event, it is the Pegasus Parade. They started long ago, 1956. The budget to put that parade on was $640, and today it's grown so much. Coming up in the parade today, you're going to have a chance to see 114 units in the parade. There are 6 inflatable balloon characters, 8 floats, 7 equestrian units, 12 marching bands, more than 30 specialty units.
And we didn't say anything, look at there, about the special forces that will be here, about all of the wonderful people that keep us safe and take care of our city. We thank our first responders each and every day. Give them a round of applause as they make their way. We thank them. We love them. Thank you. Thank you. And all of the beautiful smiling faces of the folks that decided to come here and share this day with us. Yes, you are hearing a parade behind us now.
We appreciate the fine work that the Louisville Metro Police Department, all the first responders do for us, especially throughout the Derby season, keeping us safe, and that's exactly what they're doing here. This is the safety parade. There are lots of new coming up in this year's parade. You're going to see a lot of first-time floats. We also will see Secretariat being honored as this year's Grand Marshal to mark the 50th anniversary of this historic Triple Crown win. A bronze monument of Secretariat in full stride will make its debut in the parade today. It's Secretariat Larger Than Life 50th Anniversary Tour is sort of debuting right here in Louisville. The monument will be accompanied by Kate Chenery Tweedy and Sarah Manning, daughters of Penny Chenery. That's Secretariat's owner.
You know, it's Secretariat, one of just the fastest horse ever. It had a genetic condition that gave it a huge heart. And that huge heart, I don't know, maybe it made it, there's the faces I was talking about. When you talk about a huge heart, you're talking about my city, my hometown, Louisville, Kentucky here, and all these wonderful folks that are here to see the parade. Now, everybody's waiting. You said new things. We're going to see a new Pegasus inflatable.
Well, we're so used to seeing that huge Pegasus. I mean, just inflated with helium. But you'll notice that this, which was the Pegasus for many years, has been sort of upgraded this year. In fact, when we think new, we think of new ways to inflate. Not helium, but cold air.
See, there you go. Now, helium, you know, when you have helium, you had to have people hold that horse. And Kevin, would they even be able to do it with the winds that we're having today? Because helium, you have to be very careful. You can't do it if the winds are too high. It will literally drag people.
Yeah, there's no way that old Pegasus would be coming down Broadway today. But the new one will. And we said it was new and improved. We mentioned a little bit of why. Take a listen to Dwight Newton from the Zoller Pump Company, who explains the difference.
It's my understanding that we'll have guide ropes as opposed to holding ropes, because before the helium, you were kind of holding it down. Now we're going to have guide ropes to kind of keep it from flopping around and things, because it's more of like one of those blow-ups as opposed to the helium field.
All right, so the cold air inflatable will be making its way down. It sort of is the official kickoff. Again, for folks that just may be tuning in or watching along Broadway, this is the safety parade. But we have a lot of VIPs scheduled behind this group as the parade kicks off. That includes Miss Kentucky, Hannah Eagland on. We've got Ethan, the American hero dog, Darnell Super Chef Ferguson, Jason Claiborne, international gospel recording artist, and many more.
Yes, that's right. And I absolutely adore Ethan. That's my buddy there. I love seeing everybody. So look, you don't want to go anywhere because you don't want to miss anything that's going to go on here. There's going to be dancing. There's going to be music. There's going to be bands. There's going to be horses. There are going to be queens and princesses. And, well, I was going to say if you look all the way down the route, you would be able to see the new Pegasus. But I tell you what, forget about that, because when you come back, you will see that new Pegasus. Thanks to Zoller Pump Company for the Kentucky Derby Festival Pegasus Parade. You hang on. We're just getting started.
Welcome back. You're watching the 68th annual Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade right here on Wave. You're looking at the crowd. We've got a crowd gathered along Broadway as the parade gets ready to kick off. You're listening to the sirens behind us. It's the safety parade, making sure the route is clear. And today, Dawn, we've started out with just a few sprinkles, but now the sun is shining.
The sun is shining because you cannot rain on my parade, Kevin Harnett. That is just how it is. And you see a lot of people have braved the parade and decided to come out. We are ready to show you everything. If you are sitting at home, we've got it all right here. Now, we've been talking about the weather. It's really pretty bright right now, but what are we expecting? The winds are blowing pretty good right now.
Yeah, the wind is going to be the biggest issue, perhaps, and we do have some rain on the radar. Let me show you what it looks like. Temperatures have cooled down just a bit, too. We have steady rain falling across the southern part of Jefferson County. You see that from Fairdale over to Okolona, pushing toward Fern Creek. Here in Louisville, we saw just a few sprinkles, and you'll notice that's past us. The temperature is 50 degrees, but our winds are gusting to 28 miles an hour. There is more rain to our north, and we'll be watching that as the parade unfolds as well, Don. We've got a radar set up right here in front of us, and we'll be keeping a close eye on that. But nonetheless, like you said, we're not going to let it rain on your parade today.
Not at all. We're going to make sure we show you everything. It takes an awful lot of people to make this happen. Kentucky Derby Festival works on it all year long. And Zoller Pump Company, which is actually in my neck of the woods.
That's right.
I thank them for all the work that they do in the community. Look at everybody, Kevin, setting up and getting ready. They are here And we've got some folks here to talk to us.
Well, I tell you, we've got Myra and Sari.
Let's check the weather. Yeah.
And Brian Good. They're down with the folks on the side of Broadway. Let's go down and see how their vantage point looks, guys. You're going to be talking to some of the folks rolling by this afternoon.
Yeah, Dawn, your family's here.
I know they are, Myra.
We should have led with that. That's very important,
I know,
right?
that's very
It's always good to see them. Yes. Now that the sun is out, that does help because that wind, it's a cold wind. That sun, as long as you're seeing the sunbeam, so make sure when you come down, if you still have time to get down here, make sure to pick a spot that stays in the sunbeam. And Myra, as we look down Broadway, we can see the new Pegasus, showing up.
Down there,
Everyone's excited about this.
Yes, because they retired the older one, and this one is supposed to be a lot easier to kind of wrangle, especially with wind like this. It'll be really important to have something easy
to maneuver,
take down. Yeah.
And folks having a good time here, trying to stay bundled up as best they can.
Yeah.
Stay into the crowd. That's all you got to do. Just wear your hoodie, your coats, your gloves, and you'll be all set. And again, as long as the sun's out, it feels pretty good here on Broadway. So, guys, we're just minutes away from getting to the start here of the 60th annual Zoller Pump Pegasus Parade. It's getting pretty exciting down here.
And Kevin and Dawn, if folks are sitting at home thinking, oh, well, I won't find a spot, there's plenty of space. Come down here. You can get a good spot to see all of the great things that come by during the parade.
Oh, and Don G, cotton candy went by a second ago.
It did.
So big heads up to
Don't
you.
say that in front of my daughter. She's like a cotton candy fiend. It's pretty ridiculous. She's here too, so she can't wait to get on TV. So we'll put her on in a little bit.
I love anything with sugar, cotton candy.
We know, Don. We know.
Bring the cotton candy and those gloves you all got on up here.
I know. They had gloves on. Who were the smart ones?
Well, wait
here?
a minute. Look, you've got the hand warmers up here.
Yeah, but I've been stuffing them in my clothes.
I wasn't going to mention that.
I have the little heaters stuffed in my clothes. When I was a little girl, and again, it's celebrating Derby traditions. That's the theme. I don't know why I remember this, but you know how they sell the little things up and down the parade route? My mom got me a little bird that was tied to a string. This is so ridiculous. And the little tail of the bird would twirl around, and it was just made out of wood, and it made a noise. I remember that bird, and if I saw
memories.
I know, and if I saw another one right now, I would buy it.
Well, it's all about celebrating those Derby traditions. You started them when you were a kid with your parents because you're from here. Same here. We've got folks lined up all along Broadway. Marissa Burke is on the parade route as well, and we know she's got a few folks that she'll be talking to. Sean Bowdy is close to the step-off of the parade route. We know we'll be checking in with him. Let me welcome into the setup here where we are, Dwight Newton. He's the chief people person from the Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. It's great to see you.
Thanks very much.
We can't miss you in this jacket.
It's a great way to tell people to meet you someplace. Meet me at the jacket.
How proud are you to see that making its way coming down? Are you anxious?
Absolutely. No, I saw it this morning when they blew it up, and it was beautiful, and it was containable, and it was great because the winds were already blowing, and they said, look at this, and we only had 15 people. The previous one required 30 minimum. This
we wouldn't even have it today.
Right. We couldn't have had it today, right? But this is a from the ground up. Cold air, like you all said. Met the guy who worked on it, made it in Detroit. He's made 3 of the Pegasus. His company has, and there's only been 4. So it was neat talking to him. But our folks are in the orange shirts, and we're so thankful. Zoller is a tradition here in Louisville, and this is the longest, like you all said, the longest tradition of the festival.
Well, you guys have been so involved in recent years in particular, but in the community for a long time. And I know you guys have a lot of fans that have come out to join your team to cheer on the parade.
Absolutely. We're big in the community. We're very supportive of anything we can be because celebrating traditions is what we do every day. We're a 4th-generation family company, and so we have Down Syndrome of Louisville with us today. We have some folks from St. Joseph's Children's Home who are going to be in our crowd, and then our employees, our great employees that have worked all the way through COVID, getting the products made. We're celebrating with them.
What's your big Derby tradition? The one thing that you think back on, you say family. What are you celebrating most?
Well, I don't know how much we can talk about gambling on here, but it was the $2 on every race. No matter how many people you had at the building in the room, everybody picked a horse for $2. If nobody won, you roll it over to the next one. So 4 or 5 races in, we always had a big pot. So that's one.
That's a lot of fun. Hey, we're having a lot of fun today. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're almost to the ribbon cutting time. time where we're going to kick off the 68th annual Kentucky Derby Festival Pegasus Parade, brought to you by the Solar Pump Company. You're watching it only on Wave. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade on this beautiful day as we celebrate Derby traditions, and we are just moments away from the kickoff of the parade.
We indeed are. Lots of folks gathered about down the streets of Broadway here in downtown Louisville. The parade is making their way closer to us down here. We'll have the ribbon cutting that will be off and rolling with the 68th annual Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. We are joined here by Dwight Newton, the chief people person from Zoller, and it is not bad so far. The wind a little on the gusty side. We are watching some more rain to the north that may impact us a little later in the parade, but we're not going to let a little rain stop us.
Absolutely not. No, it's our pump. We love rain. So,
well, you have some of the best pumps.
Well, thank you. We agree since 1939. So we agree. But for this, it's a beautiful day. We're so happy that we can do the parade with the Pegasus this year because of the cold air Pegasus, and even with the wind. And the sun came out, so that's amazing. And folks are starting to line up. At 1 o'clock, people were already starting to set up, and they had their big coats, umbrellas, and then they started just kind of, moving around and doing different things.
What made you all do the Pegasus that way? I mean, we always know he knows the weather, but what made you all decide?
Well, we didn't. I think it's kind of, I was talking to a gentleman, Ed Batista, who's with the International Federation of Parades, and he was saying that there are a lot of parades going to that because of the safety and the cost of helium. So the two things that kind of drove it were more of that and the flexibility of being able to pull it on a cart, as opposed to, like you saw those pictures, holding it down and worried about it going away. Now, Macy's, he said, their tradition, helium, but he said a A lot of other ones across the country are starting to go to
Well, you know, in the healthcare world, they have to use so much helium. In fact, trying to find helium and buy it in that, you know, you don't need a ton of it. You just need enough to inflate. So it probably became a little difficult in that sense, too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Supply and demand. Supply and demand.
Yeah. Well, we're not too far from stepping off. A lot of excitement is building along Broadway. Let's go down to Marissa Burke. She's made her way down the parade route. Marissa, I know you've got a few folks with you who are excited about the parade today.
I do. I am here with the Dixon family, and this spot is their 29th year being in this exact same spot. But this year is also exciting because they have someone walking in the parade. Tell me about your excitement about that.
Oh, I'm super.
I think we've lost the audio of Marissa's mic there, but what a tradition that family has had, being in that same position for 29
My
years.
age, same age I am.
How about that?
29
Speaking
years.
of age, I haven't mentioned this yet, but today is your birthday.
That is not why I did that. I was really trying to pretend like I was young.
But I was just trying to call you out saying, hey, you're not
That I'm
29.
not young. Yeah, okay, thanks very much. All right, you all see everybody getting into place there. If you're getting snacks, go get them now. Call everybody in your house. Gather around the television because we're getting ready to really kick it off.
It all starts when we come back right here on Wave.
Celebrating Derby traditions, Wave Country, welcome to the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. It is time, and we are ready to kick it off.
Indeed we are. We'll begin by a ribbon-cutting celebration of the theme, Derby celebrating Derby traditions. Dwight Newton is here. Dwight, I see a lot of folks in that frame that you know.
Yes, sir. Our chief operating officer is in the green and white jacket there, trying to compete with the pink jackets. And that's Bill Zoller. And then we have some folks from Down Syndrome of Louisville, and we have some folks from St. Joseph's Children's Home, and then all the wonderful, great folks from Kentucky Derby Festival in the pink jackets.
I see Matt
Mr.
Gibson
Matt
there.
Gibson down there.
All right.
Matt, yep.
Who's ready for a parade? Make some noise.
You all help us count down to this fantastic event. Are you ready? We need everybody at home to count. Let's go from 10,
9,
8, come on, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy Derby!
Here we go. And we begin with a brand new Pegasus. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll introduce you to all of the floats that'll be marching down Broadway right behind Pegasus. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. We're so glad to have you here. 68 Pegasus Parade here with Zoller Pump Company. And there she is. It's the new Pegasus Cold Air. And she's beautiful, 30 feet tall, 25 feet long, and 16 feet wide.
Brand new, making her debut right here at the Kentucky Derby Festival, Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. We always kick the Pegasus Parade off with Pegasus.
Absolutely. Nothing finer than seeing her come down. And now we have a new teal wings, about 190 pounds of beautiful float here. And she's ready to start the thing off.
And she is indeed. As they start to march down Broadway, tell us a little bit about who's marching with Pegasus today. A lot of fine folks from Zoller Pump.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, these are our employees and their families. They our troopers. They work hard every day, and they're coming out. We celebrate to let them have a part of this and celebrate with us, bring them out so their families can see them and that they can come along the parade.
I have to say a big hello to your employees.
Yes,
I get to come out and speak to them from time to time. They support my nonprofit.
yes, ma'am.
I appreciate how hard they work. I appreciate the work they do in the community and just all of the things that they do. Folks don't know really how much you all support the numerous things in the community.
Well, we've been here since 1939, and we're our fourth generation of Zollers who are working there, and we just we want to be part of Louisville. The celebrating traditions was great for us because we've been here a long time.
Well, and talk a little bit about pairing up with the Derby Festival. I know a few years ago when they were looking for a new sponsor for the Pegasus Parade, it took no time for the Zoller Company to say, hey, you know what? We've been around since 1939. We want to do it.
Sure, absolutely. It's a way for us to give back to the community. Wherever our plants are, we want to be in those communities. Louisville's number one for us. We have 400 employees here. This is where it started. That's our Zambulance, and that is an
Everybody
ambulance.
needs one of those.
Absolutely, and we use that in our touring parade earlier in the festival. There's old Goldie. She's hanging on, kind of falling over there a little bit. But
Hey, I feel like that sometimes myself. Don't you judge. Don't you judge, Dwight.
take a look, and she's awesome.
Now, everybody had a chance to see Goldie in the touring parade. I know
Yes,
you
sir.
guys went through several communities over the past few weeks.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. We have that and did 18 different communities this time. Last year did a different 17 communities and want to keep trying to do that. But it's for folks who can't come out or who are doing other things on today. A very small version, but this is just a good time.
You all jumped in when times were really kind of weird and had to be reconfigured.
We did, yeah. The first year there was no parade, and so we did the touring parade, and then the next year we were able to get back through the Derby Festival. Folks get back at it.
All right. Well, we're off and rolling. Dwight, let us say thank you to you. The parade is moving, and we clearly see in sight the next float. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you all very much.
We appreciate Zoller Pump Company for being the title sponsor of the Pegasus Parade. Here we have it, Dawn. This is the Phillies float honoring the Kentucky Derby Queen and her court.
Oh my, we appreciate them too. You all, they are always so busy running to just about everything there is for the Kentucky Derby Festival. It is the Kentucky Derby Queen and her court. You see there that it's all of those wonderful ladies. The Queen there, she is sitting there ready to serve her wonderful, wonderful community. Her name is Mashad Tahiri of Louisville. She's 21 years old. She's a senior at the University of Louisville. She is majoring in finance.
There you
Oh,
see
you
her
hear
in this-
people call her name there.
Yeah, and in the center, all by a spin of a wheel, the Queen. Her court includes Haley Benson of Louisville, Lauren Carter of Lexington, Mallory Hudson of Bowling Green, and Valerie Tran of Louisville. We say congratulations to these ladies. They have been busy and will continue to stay busy throughout the week ahead representing the Kentucky Derby Festival. All of the fillies and the princesses and the Queen are brought to you by Louisiana. It's their first year participating in the parade. It is the South's original tea maker, perfected that craft of making that perfect glass of iced tea for over 100 years.
Sweet
Say
tea.
Thanks to them. That's your favorite.
There's nothing better than a little sweet tea. And when you say Louisiana, something tells me this is their first year. It won't be their last. There you go with the Louisville Roller Derby when I was. Okay, talk about traditions. Maybe not a derby tradition, but when I was a young girl, they had the roller derby on air. Do you? Okay, see, Dwight's in. Yeah,
I remember that.
Do you remember
Oh,
that? Oh my goodness! And you would watch the roller derby, and they'd go round and round, and they skated so well, and they would whip each other around and go faster and faster. Somebody at home too is shaking their head, going, "Yeah, I remember the roller derby."
I broke a leg in that. That's what they're thinking, right? Yeah. Been there, done that.
There's the Louisville Roller Derby, and you see those skaters. They are, and I hear some pride. I hear some black and red University of Louisville Cardinal Marching Band pride right behind them.
Well, the marching cards are always the first band in the Kentucky Derby Festival. And you see their giving out that parade sound that we all know so well. Go Cards. The Cardinal Marching Band's been the official band of the Kentucky Derby since 1936. Let's listen in.
There's 150 members in that fine red, black, and white band. That is the fan corps there. They play at football games, games away, bowl games, and you see their flag corps there as well.
They perform live for over 500,000 spectators each year. The program's been featured in the New York Times, ESPN, Southern Living Magazine, CBS News, and of course right here many times on Wave, covering Cardinal athletics as well as the U of L Cardinal Marching Band.
University of Louisville Cardinal Marching Band. Followed closely behind the U of L Health. Got 20 employees there pulling another inflatable.
That's the Cardinal inflatable.
It
How
is.
awesome is that? Yeah. And you'll notice that the 20 employees pulling that from U of L Health are representing the healthcare industry today out of the Shelbyville Hospital on the downtown campus. So they're far and wide. Employees carrying that banner have recently been recognized as Bee and Daisy Award recipients, exemplifying the best of both clinical and support staff.
You know, for our healthcare workers, we all just want to say thank you for everything that they've done lately, U of L Health and everywhere else. Those 20 employees, we thank them so very much.
The ones holding on to the inflatable bird are the emergency department nurses from U of L
Nice.
Hospital, the region's only level 1 trauma center. We say
That's a
thank you
lot
to
of
the
hard
work that they do.
There's the mayor, Mayor Craig Greenberg. I'm glad that he's riding today because yesterday he ran in the mini marathon. He did it with ease. I'm not saying that it was hard. There's our 51st mayor there. Ballard High School grad, Louisville husband, father, entrepreneur, and a mini marathon finisher, he said.
He's had a busy time. Following him's the governor of our great state, Andy Beshear. He's the 63rd governor of Kentucky. Grew up in Fayette, Franklin, Clark counties, graduate of Vanderbilt and the University of Virginia. He has had a busy time, too, with all that we've had going on in recent years with the tornadoes in far west Kentucky, the flooding in east Kentucky, and, of course, getting us through COVID. It's Governor Andy Beshear from the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
We appreciate our mayor and our governor there. Everybody looking good, smiling, and saying hello.
And a fine ride he's in, too, with the Corvette, and so was Mayor Greenberg. You'll notice those Corvettes coming back around toward the end.
Okay, so do you remember what they said about the Corvette the other day when you talk about celebrity derby traditions? That it's the coolest thing made in Kentucky. I think that's what they voted the coolest thing made in Kentucky.
Yeah, Dwight's over here disagreeing with that. He's thinking it's a Zoller pump.
Okay, what do you have right here? The revolutionary sound of the South. It is Simmons College of Kentucky. They are growing by leaps and bounds. Now, this marching band was established in 2015. Kevin, they had 8 members now. Does it look like they got 8 members now?
I'd say they've grown quite a bit. And you know, when I was reading about them, saying, hey, how do we keep going? We practice, 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 and when we get tired, we practice some more.
Some more. This college is growing by leaps and bounds, not just the band. Scholarship opportunities are available with college. They're looking for musicians if anybody is interested. They're actually looking for any students that are wanting to get a degree. This group has performed all over the South and Midwest. They've got the music, the moves, the knowledge. The college was founded back in 1879.
They've got the rain gear that they're going to need before the parade is up, too.
Did you tell them all of that?
Let's listen in. They sound fantastic. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the revolutionary sound of the South from Simmons College right here in Louisville. Following up behind them, you're going to notice the Kentucky Derby Festival float by the city of St. Matthews. This is Justice Now.
All-Stars.
The Festival All-Stars, the Justice Now students are working to solve systemic problems across Louisville. Justice Now partners with the Kentucky Derby Festival to host Justice Fest, where students make pitches to community stakeholders to create real change.
Kevin, those children every year literally bring me to tears with the goodness and hope that they share and how they can fix this world. Every year, they can solve problems that we as adults bring to the world, but they are the hope of the world. I'm telling you, every year, Justice Fest gets better and better. I'm very proud of these young people.
I'm reading the hashtags on their shirts. Hashtag Justice Now 502. These students are our future. And as they work to create a more compassionate and just world, it'll be a world we all want to live in.
Yeah, they're doing it right now, as a matter of fact. I think they've decided not to wait for the future. I think we've got the Mid-America Cowgirls Rodeo Drill Team. Oh, we have got the Soul Steppers.
They're right out of Michigan City, Indiana. They've been in the parade for about 5 years. You'll notice the 25 to 30 members doing a lot more than just banging the drums. You're talking about getting into it with the soul stepping. They were established in the year 2000. They are recognized for many winning performances. A special invitation was received for them to perform at the Pearl Harbor Parade in Honolulu, Hawaii recently.
So you talked about, what do you do? Practice, practice, practice. They said their mission is to show others a positive outlook on life by showing what hard work looks like. And by doing that hard work through discipline, respect, motivation, and dedication. And that is what they do. And that is what they're showing us right now.
There's Miss Kentucky, everybody.
There she is.
Hannah Edlin is her name, and this is not her first time down Broadway. In fact, she was a Kentucky Derby Festival princess.
Back in 2021.
And here she is today, a native of Springfield, a public school teacher. Miss Kentucky 2022, a proud graduate of Washington County High School. That's where she met a teacher that played a pivotal role in her life, helped her apply to the Governor's Scholars Program. She has really been involved in the Read Ready Kentucky.
We are always grateful for teachers because they mean so very much. Hannah said that her social impact initiative is Read Ready Kentucky. That's inspired by her own story because education and reading is really what transformed her life. She's from Covington, Kentucky, and she hopes she can equip other students through that power of reading to just change the world. She thinks that they can learn to read, it will change their world, and they'll be able to do whatever they want to do. She has a book.
She's already a published
She's
author.
a published author. Her book is Hank the Horse.
Here's Buddy the Dinosaur.
Well, look at him. He looks like he may be sitting on the job.
It's, again, another one of those cold air balloons, so it makes it nice being able to actually control them and see them coming down on a very windy day like today. This is brought to you by Waystar. In the Pegasus Parade, again, because they're a proud member of the Louisville community and have the opportunity to make an impact, the Pegasus Parade offers Waystar the chance to celebrate and take a moment to reflect on what makes Louisville such a special place.
Now, they do cloud-based technology. This is your kind of stuff.
I love
This is the kind of stuff that I say, excuse me, can somebody help me, please? Like robust data and unparalleled client support, everything that I break.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like email, text, anything that plugs in.
I mess it up every time. Waystar, we thank you for what you do.
We appreciate them. We just saw the Q1031 van pass by,
Good to see them.
playing Louisville's newest and most up-to-date country music.
Braden Lochner here. Soapbox Locker, Braden Locker, there he is.
Look at that trophy.
Wow, Soapbox Derby World Champion, International Soapbox Derby. It's been around for, oh my goodness, Braden, that trophy is taller than you are. He just smiles. It's been around for 84 years, but look at that. He is the 2022 First Energy All-American Soapbox Derby World Champion, and he's ours. He's from Owensboro, Kentucky.
You want to talk about traditions, you go back to the soapbox
I know,
derbies.
right?
Now, that takes you back a minute.
Me
I'm
and
glad
my
to see it's still going.
grandson trying to figure out how to do all of that stuff. It's for girls and boys, 7 through 20.
You can hear the sounds of the Louisville Fire Department along with the professional firefighters, Local 54. This is the Louisville Fire Pipes and Drum. They participated in all of the Pegasus parades, and they're back again with over 100 members strong. It's great to see them out. They serve so much. And it's just good to see them coming down Broadway, established in 1780 as the first fire brigade. The Louisville Fire Department is the third oldest professional fire department in the United States. You may have not known that. It was established professionally in 1858 as they celebrate their 165th birthday as a professional fire department coming up on June 1st.
Hook and ladder, we see them there. Everybody, please give a round of applause to our Louisville Fire Department. We appreciate all that they do. They serve our community. Not only do they keep us safe from fire, you all know they come out, they talk to our kids, they do environmental protection. Oh my goodness, they even save our animals. No joke. Our fire department out in Pleasure Ridge saved my dog from a possum. That's not a joke.
What'd that phone call sound like?
It was very real. They said, yes, Miss G, we will help you. They saved my dog from a possum. I didn't know what to do. That
Which
thing
of
was
the
snarling.
Which of the two dogs was it?
It was Theo. He passed
this has
away.
been a minute. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a minute. That possum was very not nice.
Well, your call isn't the only call they respond to. In 2022, they responded to over
46,000
incidents, which required over 68,000 fire company responses to handle. So
and
thank you.
They did it, and they did it well, and they always do. Louisville Fire Department, we appreciate you.
Just behind the Louisville Fire Department, you're going to see our Grand Marshal for this year as we stroll through the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. This is going to be an exciting time because we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the best horse ever to run the Kentucky Derby that we know, and that's Secretariat.
Okay, so I know you don't remember that. Now, there we have the fabulous family from Penny Chinnery, and we again thank them for being here. Kate Chinnery Tweedy and Sarah Manning. We thank them so much for being here for the parade. Secretariat, the fastest horse ever. It also, its hindquarters and back leg were different, and it was just a fast horse. But I remember when that horse won the Kentucky Derby. I remember it well, and it was exciting.
And you're right, I don't remember it, but I've read a lot about it since, and I've had a chance to, in the past, talk to Penny Chinnery, and right now Myra and Brian are down talking with our Grand Marshals, Kate and Sarah.
Kate, it's such an honor to meet you. What does it feel like to be a part of the parade?
Oh, it's thrilling. It's so fun. I love the fans. I love the kids. I love the family. It's just a real treat.
And for folks watching today, what do you want them to take away from the parade, from the anniversary? It means so much to us.
Well, it means a lot to us, too, that he's still loved and remembered. And I think he just gives joy. And it's great for us to be able to help share that joy.
All right. Thank you so much for being here.
And also, big shout out, Jocelyn's here. She's also with the statue, this dedication to Secretariat. This took a long time, right?
Oh, this has been crazy. What a wonderful day. And the weather held.
Well, welcome to Louisville. Congratulations.
Much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you were hearing Brian talk to the artist Jocelyn Russell, and just behind them, you're going to notice what is on tour. This is amazing because this is a traveling tour celebrating the 50th anniversary of the historic Triple Crown. It's called Secretariat Larger Than Life, and what a tribute this is as it will make its way through March 3rd and 6th at Churchill Downs, then it goes to Pimlico in Baltimore, Maryland, and then we'll go to the Belmont in Elmont, New York, June 8th through the 10th. 10th. This is a spectacular bronze sculpture that you can see here.
And don't forget about Penny Chinnery. I had the chance to just watch the story of her life, and she was not someone to mess with. I love her spirit, and I love the way she got things done. And she just, let me say, if you told her she wasn't gonna do it, she would do it, and 10 times better than you ever imagined.
She was a strong woman, no doubt. And, up until just a few years ago, which is where I had a chance to talk with her at the Kentucky Derby, she was going strong and enjoyed being at the racetrack and watching all that happened. She would love seeing the tribute to her great horse, Secretary.
She would be very proud. There it is, the Grand Marshal for this year.
1973 it was, by the way, Dawn.
1973, 50 years ago.
For the first time back since 2021, this is the Pine Richland High School Marching Band. They're a high-energy band, that's for sure.
Yes, they are. Let's take a listen. Now, this is their first time back since 2001, so welcome back, Pine Richland. We are so glad to see you. 150 folks out there. I was going to call you Brian Good. Kevin Harnett.
I've been called worse, believe it or not.
Oh, they're moving, doing a little shaking, doing a little dancing.
They perform in various events across the country. It's not just here in Louisville. They've been to Orlando, New York City, Norfolk, as well as Chicago. They're very excited to be here today. And their dance team, which you saw just there, a winner of many national awards. They have an excellent color guard and an all-girl dancing tuba line.
Well, I'm just watching some of them. Some of them are really getting that groove in. I mean, they're enjoying it. We appreciate them coming in, and they do travel. They get a chance to go a lot of places. They're just north of Pittsburgh, Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. We're glad that they came here. They've not been here since 2001, so maybe we'll see them again next year. All in the green and white. We're glad to see them.
We'll let them play to a commercial break, and when we come back, we've got so much more as we celebrate the 68th annual Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade right here on Wave. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Pegasus Parade right here on Wave, thanks to Zoller Pump Company. Oh, we're watching the radar. We've got a little bit of rain not too far away from us here. Probably in the next 10 to 20 minutes, a little band of rain moves through as we watch the Hope bus pass by.
So stay shell bussy there. You see the BUSS. She always wants to honor her grandmother, she says, by spelling bus that way. You see stay shell there. They take care of so many of the people in our area that are homeless, houseless, and with no hope. They give them just that. The 501st Legion Bluegrass Garrison moving in.
You know, they provide a network for Star Wars fans all across the Commonwealth to meet, network each other. That's become a bigger and bigger group.
So huge. Are you kidding? Just walk in our newsroom.
Yeah, exactly, right? The majority of their costumes are not available through retail channels, by the way. To become a member of the 501st Legion, you must build your own costume of the highest quality and as close to the appearance in published Star Wars media as possible. All right. Oh, we got our first equestrian group coming down Broadway. This is the Kentucky Hard Riders out of Vine Grove. 80% military veterans who focus on people and horses that are poorly served.
Look at those ladies. Beautiful in those colors. Kentucky Therapeutic Riding Club. Oh, this is the Mid-America Cowgirls. And we appreciate seeing them. They are here riding their horses. Look beautiful in that purple and pink there. They are riding their banners. There we see Miss Teen Rodeo as well. 2023, Abigail Williams. Oh my goodness, she has a lot of fans. Do you hear everybody?
They are cheering for her.
She is 18 years old and she has a fan base. She knows the Western way of life. She says the primary outcome of doing what she does, learning how to ride and taking care of herself, teaches a young woman to be a professional leader of tomorrow. And apparently she knows how to do it well.
What a wonderful young woman Abigail is, only 18 years old, attending Murray State in the fall. She is also on the rodeo team at Murray, and the horse she's mounted on, 11-year-old Palomino mare named Don't Miss This, also known as Missy.
You don't want to miss that. And there she goes. We appreciate her being here.
All right, our great community partner, UPS, coming up next. Greg Schneider, the Operation Ramp It Up. There you see Greg in that beautiful Corvette there, followed by a team of people that work with UPS. They're always willing and able to participate.
And they are waving a big hello. UPS very excited to be here for the Kentucky Derby Festival, Pegasus Parade. A lot of employees, like 26,000 employees all throughout the sorting facility. Also the air network. They hear we're talking about them. They do an awful lot. They live here, they work here, they play here, they give here. They do a lot of charitable
Really
things.
help up. I mentioned the whole Ramp It Up, Operation Ramp It Up. That's an organization that builds wheelchair ramps for people with mobility issues. And Greg is the 2022 recipient of the Jim Casey Service Award. That's the highest community service honor recognizing UPSers who embrace the long legacy of volunteering and giving back to the community. So thank you to Greg and thank you to UPS.
I was going to say we salute him too. And there's that brown truck that you like to see pull up because he's going to be delivering something to you that you've been waiting for. We thank you, UPS. It is good to see you. All the UPS jobs, you can start your career there too. And you know that you can receive up to 100% of your college tuition. I say that as a mom. You know how much that costs. Well, it's the National Society Sons of the American Revolution.
You know, they've been coming to our parade for a number of years. This is their 16th time.
Yeah.
And here they are today. All members are directly descendants, patriots in the American Revolution. The flags they're carrying are replicas of historic American national flags and military flags from the time of the American Revolutions.
Did you know the national headquarters for the Sons of the American Revolutions is right here in Louisville, Kentucky? They've got about 33,000 members. They're
Well,
holding those flags high. Oh, there
I'm
we are.
listening to the group behind them, and that's the Marine Aircraft Wing Band. This is the second Marine Aircraft Wing Band. Provided music in support of military ceremonies through the Department of Defense.
We appreciate them being here. Their mission is to support military ceremonies, Department of Defense sponsored functions, community engagements, parades, or anywhere they may be needed. Military traditions. They want to make sure that they keep the professionalism of the Marines, and they are certainly doing that today.
They're standing proud right here today in Broadway as we carry on with the 68th Zoller Pump Company Festival Pegasus Parade.
They are always just so precise. I don't care what it is they do, and I guess that's what they're trained to do. Again, I have family in just about every part of the armed forces. Oh, look, and they are very proud there, U.S. Marine Corps. But they're always so very precise. We thank all of our armed military for their services, retired, whether you're there, Ford Point Marine Association, Inc. Thank you, gentlemen. You see them there?
They were trained as a segregated unit from 1942 to 1949.
That's right.
Under U.S. President Truman when he issued the executive order integrating the U.S. Armed Forces. So we say a big thank you to the Montford Point Marine Association Incorporated for being here in our parade today. This is Louisville chapter number 22.
We thank you, gentlemen, for your service and all that you've done.
The radar showing the rain getting a little closer to us. Sean Bowdy is on the parade route. Let's go down to Sean.
Yeah, hey guys, sorry. We're just having a little too much fun. We're trying to pay attention to what's going on here. We're actually a little bit ahead of you guys, so I don't want to spoil too much of what's coming your way. But I do want you guys to see just how many people are lined up along along Broadway here. Hey, where are you guys coming from? What part of town?
West End.
West End. What do you guys think of this going on so far?
It's pretty pretty. Yeah.
It's a beautiful experience.
All right. Hey, you guys enjoy the rest of your time. We're going to keep enjoying this, and we're going to keep talking to people right here in downtown Louisville. Reporting live, Sean Bowdy, Wave News.
All right, Sean, let's take a look from high above. We've got the drone up. We can see the clouds darkening. That is a batch of rain that's going to be pushing in, but it's not going to last long. Give it about 10 minutes. It's in and out, so we will see that wind pick up. And over the course of the next few minutes, a little bit of dose of rain moving along Broadway as we're watching the skies here across Louisville. Dawn, the parade continues, rain or shine, and you'll notice we've got it here at the City of Louisville Parks and Recreation coming down Broadway.
Well, there you go, Louisville Parks and Rec, and they are ready to play. Everybody there. Louisville Parks and Rec, nationally accredited. Did you all know that? Parks and Rec agency, they manage more than 120 parks, 6 parkways, more than 13,000 acres of land, and they do a pretty good job at it. Their mission is to make sure that the parks are safe, beautiful, and that people have a place to play with their family and to join as community. And we have some of the best parks in the world.
I think the best parks.
Okay, let's say.
Yeah, and in
because
fact, their
true.
website is bestparksever.com.
See, I told you.
We know it because we've been around. And for those that haven't had a chance to visit our great parks, do yourself a favor. Get out and soak
Check
up
it
some
out.
sun or just sit in the car on a rainy day. The parades are great whenever. All right, thanks to Louisville Parks and Rec for being in the Pegasus Parade today. Followed up behind them, the Envy Dance team is coming through. You can see ages of all types. Look at those little ones.
Oh, my goodness. They are so sweet, but as a mama, I want to run down there and put my coat on them. 18 little ladies down there, mamas down there with them to keep the youth in positive activities. Envy Dance Team, nonprofit. They started in 2010. They have girls from all across the city. They do events, all from local churches to Oh, you name everything, and they do all kind of different things.
They're age 7 to 18, and you can see them out on Broadway doing their dance moves. It's the Envy dance team.
They just want to keep things positive for the ladies and make sure that they are busy and that they have something to do, the Envy dance team.
The Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport, part of our parade today. You can see the fire suppression unit there, and we've got a number of folks coming through.
That's a big old thing.
Oh, man, this is the newest piece of rescue equipment. It's called Rescue 47. It's a Rosenbauer Panther 6x6 with a 796 horsepower Volvo Penta engine, in case you were wondering, Dawn.
It carries 3,000 gallons of water, 500 pounds of dry chemicals. It can put a fire out. That's what it's supposed to do. It requires only one operator to drive and fight a fire from the interior cab. They do it all from inside.
Notice those nozzles, they're moving both on the front and on the top of that unit. They're able to sort of aim and push out that water, and fire suppression is needed. The Stanford Field and the Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport's a great asset for our community. Record high 38 nonstop destinations on 8 airlines. It's the 3rd busiest cargo airport in North America and the 6th busiest in the world.
Well, we hear more music coming just as well, too. I think that is the Jasper Marching Wildcats. Those uniforms are awesome. From Jasper, Indiana, you see there's a lot of folks there. Jasper Band Program provides students with a chance to perform music, learn about the instruments, have positive life skills, and help them strive for excellence and succeed for their personal goals and all the things they want to do in life. You see, they also have
the twirlers?
That's
the
not
flags?
a twirler. That's their flag team, yeah.
You know, they're also the 2022 Indiana Class B Marching Band State Champions.
Look at those fine suits.
Marching Wildcats performed in the 2022 ABC Dunkin' Donuts Thanksgiving Day Parade in Philadelphia. And Jasper was named the best community to live in Indiana, ranked 14th in the country and best place to call home by 24/7 Wall Street and shared by USA Today in 2019. They are the Jasper Marching Wildcats, and we say thank you for being in this year's Pegasus Parade.
They've been in this parade 6 times, so they know how this goes. I do hope they don't get rained.
I think they've been in the parade about 25 times.
25 times.
And they've been named grand champions
6 times.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Now, these young people work so hard. Wong's martial arts, they have been in the parade 15 times. They are so busy all around this city. They do so many different things. Wong's martial arts is a staple in the community since 1997 with the goal of teaching Taekwondo. But you know, if you learn Taekwondo, you're not learning a fighting art. You're learning discipline. You're learning how to take care of yourself and how to work with others and all of that. Over the years, the Grandmaster Wong had expanded to 3 Taekwondo schools and has shared his philosophies with so many students.
I love what they say. They say the family that kicks together stays together.
Well, there you go.
They have grandparents taking classes with their grandkids. It's fun to watch.
If the grandparents can still kick, I am impressed for sure.
And you know, they do a lot for the community as well. They
do.
donated over $1 million to so many organizations. That includes Norton Children's Hospital, Humane Society, the Wayside Christian Mission.
Yeah, they give a lot. Their students are always busy. They have a lot of camps when schools are out, so the kids are there and they're busy and they're not in trouble. So they're always learning something.
Well, they're followed by a guy we know very well, Ken Salvaggi. He's the 2023 Kentucky Derby Festival chair. Right as he drives by Wave, the rain picks up. Ken was a several-year Vice President, General Manager of Wave Television. He is principal leader saying service, servant leadership.
What did you say?
That's what he says. That's what Ken said. He was elected to the KDF board in 2011, and he's on several committees, such as the bed races, the Pegasus parade.
Well, he's busy. He's doing it all this year because, again, he is the festival chair. Well, you see Meyer out there, and they're like, oh, my goodness. We work for Meyer, and we should have went to the rain section and grabbed an umbrella and possibly grabbed a few raincoats because it's pouring out here.
There's the old thrift market truck. I love the way that looks with the Meyer.
Cute, though.
The Meyer family-owned retailer committing to enriching lives all across the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley. That includes Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Wisconsin. They take care of their customers, team members, and their community.
Well, we got to make sure that we say hello to the
There goes your cotton
fabulous.
candy.
I know it. It went away. We have to make sure that we say a big hello to the Marbury High School North Star Marching Band. Those young folks are getting wet, and we appreciate them playing. They don't stop. They have got the heart to keep going and playing. And they're working so hard. Everybody just trying to make their way down Broadway. This is kind of what happens. It's going to move its way through, though. Kevin Harnett told us that already.
It'll take just a few minutes to get through here, so prepare for the rain for just a little bit. Get settled in. It's not stopping the music from the Marbury North Stars Marching Band. It's their first time here, by the way. Deatsville, Alabama is the location that they come from. The student leaders within the band include a drum major, the drum captains, as well as the color guard. It is wonderful to have them and welcome them to Louisville, despite the fact that we are seeing a little bit of rain here in Louisville this hour.
They say they enjoy performing and they absolutely love marching nationally and showing their talents. Well, we get a chance to see Sacred Heart there.
You know, they were the Kentucky State basketball championship team that we're looking at. They captured their second three-peat of the state basketball championships this year. The team also won from 2024 or 2002 to 2004 under the coaching of the great Donna Moore.
The Valkyries actually boast, and this is something, 4 Olympic athletes that they produced, over 125 committed collegiate athletes in the last 5 years. All right, we're not done. Yeah, it's raining. It's okay. This will be one of those Derby traditions that we'll be celebrating in years to come. We'll have more of the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. Don't you go away because we're not.
We'll be right back with more parade coverage right after this.
Have you ever seen a wet Elvis? Only on the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade.
What do you think he's singing?
He's singing, oh, I wish I could come up with a good song. Elvis has a rain song, doesn't he? Surely he has a rain song.
You know, it's his first time in the Pegasus Parade.
Kentucky Rain. He's singing Kentucky Rain.
Exactly.
Thank you, whoever said that.
This is the first time for the Elvis tribute artist to be involved. Bobby Otis is his name in the Derby Festival Parade. Again, we appreciate him. There from
Oscar Mayer Weenie Mobile. There it is, making its way. That is a huge Weenie Mobile. There has to be one of the biggest ever. It's its first appearance in the Pegasus Parade. The first Weenie Mobile hit the hot dog highways. It was back in like 1936.
I think they prefer Wiener Mobile, but maybe Weenie.
Okay, well, say Wiener. Whatever makes them happy. I'm going to say it.
Marissa Burke, save us. Where are you? Are you dry? I doubt it.
Okay. No, we're actually not dry, but I'm with Greg Snyder. He's a good friend of mine. I got to do the story when he did the Ramp It Up story here in Shepherdsville and in Louisville. So, Greg, tell me about your excitement about being in the Pegasus Parade.
Oh, my gosh, this is so exciting. I mean, the experience, the people I've met, the governor, Miss Kentucky, you know, some awesome people. Just to be part of this experience is just, you know, so enjoyable. Just amazing. I'm proud to represent UPS and my nonprofit operation Ramp It Up. And I want to thank you for now I have another ramp to do in Nebraska, thanks to your connection. So we're going to have a Operation Ramp It Up in 48 states here coming up. So thank you so much, Marissa.
Thank you so much, Greg, for everything that you do. And will you stay dry? We are still wet out here, guys. Everybody's cleared out.
All right, Marissa Burke, thank you. Well, you're not the only ones wet. I'm looking behind us. I see Brian Good and Myron Sorry. They're down on Broadway. They're wet, too.
They're waving. Bless them. Are we going down there to them?
No, I just wanted to point out that they were wet,
Oh,
too.
you're very cruel. So, there's the Kozer Shriners there. We see their fez. It certainly does not stop. It is making its way. We appreciate everything that they do when it comes to this city, when it comes to taking care of our young people. Kozer for Kids has impacted more than 200,000 children across Kentucky, and we appreciate what they do.
You know, they support over 20 hospitals dedicated for the treatment of children with special needs. Kozer for Kids celebrating 100 years this year of helping all children live life to the fullest and working to spread more joy, hope, and care in their second century of service than they did their first. Big thank you to Kozer Shriners.
We appreciate them. All right, there's Kozer. They're going to make their way through. Now, stay where you are. We're not done. Hopefully, the rain will be soon, but we'll give you a look at the weather coming up along with the rest of the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. Still more to come. There's more to come.
And welcome back to the 68th annual. It's the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. The Zoller Pump Company's been around for a long, long time. And they came in once again to support this year's Pegasus Parade. You're looking at the Corsair Shriners coming down the street. It has turned a little damp with this rain moving in. And Dawn, we've had this radar in front of us throughout the parade broadcast. And while it is easing just a little, we still have this slight rain falling. And that's going to be the case for just a little while longer. Not only with this band, but one more that you see stretching from Salem to Paoli. That one will move through too, but that one's still a little more than an hour or so away. So looking at the radar, we still have a little rain to contend with. The bulk of that's going to be pushing through over the course of the next 10 to 20 minutes.
All right. Well, now that we've talked about the wet elephant in the room, let's go down and talk to Myra Ansari and Brian Good, who probably loves it.
I thought Dawn was calling you all the wet elephants in the room, but now I see.
Kevin, did you say
It's a little damp out here.
Seriously? Are we in the same place?
Well, let me ask this question. Are those rainproof jackets you have on?
Mine is.
Mine, I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
look, this is the
Try to stay
perfect
warm.
shield.
Look,
Look.
this is
So
nice.
it helps that I'm so short because I can just hide behind Brian
And I'm not that
he
tall.
can be my rain shield.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. Hey, I love that everyone's getting creative. We have, of course, the Bowman and Davis family
Bowman and
that
Davis
stood out
family.
over here.
So let me tell you, when the wind and the rain, Dawn and Kevin kicked in, there was a gate here, and it just kind of flew over across the middle of the road. And Brian and I looked at each other, and we were like,
tried, yeah.
is that really happening? Like, what's going on here? But a lot of folks over there, Marty, let's show them folks huddled underneath the tent over there trying to take cover right now. But the Bowman and Davis family, they are toughing it out over here. Y'all didn't run.
What we do for love. I got a daughter and a granddaughter and my niece here from Pittsburgh.
They actually got the kids is marching the band from Pittsburgh. Them two over there.
How come you all chose to stay? You didn't run like everybody else.
I haven't came yet. I'm waiting on LED.
My daughter watching the U of L. She declined that on this side.
Y'all are hardcore.
That is family dedication right there. That's family dedication.
Is family.
Sticking out in the weather. Thanks for visiting, guys. Appreciate having you here. Obviously, the rain is starting to ease up, as Kevin was saying. It's starting to ease up a little more now, but that wind is sort of got a chill to it. So try to stay warm, guys.
It is a little cold, a little rainy.
Can you all just turn around and do a little dance with those guys? The
Oh, yeah, don't worry.
entertainment? Get out there. Let's talk to one of them.
I know. I mean, look at them. It's
That's
raining
Myra.
and they're not stopping. Go, Myra. Break it, girl.
There's no rain stopping them today.
You can't break that attitude because that's what you do.
All right, this is F3 Entertainment, better known as F3
Go, Myra.
ENT. Myra did a nice job there, but I'll tell you, I don't think a snowstorm would stop these folks. They were founded in 2024 by head coach and choreographer Danica Bryant.
Now, they're known for hip-hop dancing, but that is not all that they do. They've really taken over in majorette dance as well. So we just want to give them a heads up. This is the Twirling Consortium. We've got a little bit of everything today. And what I'm proud of most, nobody's stopping. Look at the Twirling Consortium today. They have twirlers from novice level all the way to advanced level, and they benefit from artistic sport of baton twirling. They don't let anything stop them, Kevin.
We said at the beginning of the show we had a lot of new or a lot of firsts, and this is another one of those. Their first year in this. In their unit today, you'll find winners of Miss Kentucky Majorette and state championships who represent Kentucky in the national competition that's going to be held in July at Notre Dame University. So we appreciate them being with us. They also are honored to have representatives of the USA Baton Twirling team who represent the U.S. at the World Baton Twirling. And again, they are here, the Twirling Consortium.
Well, yum, get you some. There's Dano. We appreciate him.
Nanos.
Yum,
You're a
yum.
first, too. Dan Oliver, probably somewhere out there.
Somewhere.
Dan Oliver is not in the truck, but in the Cadillac that follows. You're going to notice that.
There he is.
There he is. He's not going to let a little rain scare him away either.
Yes. Yum, yum.
There he is.
It's amazing what he has taken that seasoning to, honestly.
Well, it's the seasoning itself is what's amazing.
Well,
it is
it's
fabulous.
Good. All of the types of seasonings that he has, the spicy and all of it.
Yeah, danosseasonings.com if you're looking for it. Yum, yum, get you some, like you say. Hey,
The Montour High School Spartan Marching Band.
They're sounding good. Better than me, so let's listen in. Take a quick break. Coming up. As we do, you'll be listening to the sounds of the Montour High School Spartan Marching Band from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They're glad to be here, and we're glad to have them for a second year in the Derby Festival Pegasus Parade. We're coming back after this. Welcome back to the Pegasus Parade. The Zoller Pump Company is a great sponsor of the parade this year. You're looking at a wet Broadway. The parade has not stopped, but I want to give a quick weather update for folks that may be watching the parade across parts of Oldham as well as Shelby counties, southeastern Oldham and southern Oldham County, as well as northeastern Shelby County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 5 o'clock. Gusty winds 60 miles an hour possible with this. You can see as we zoom in, this storm also has the potential to produce some small hail. This would impact places like Shelbyville, LaGrange, Crestwood, down toward Dimpleytown and Buckner as this storm moves off to the east and southeast. So once again, a severe thunderstorm warning until 5 o'clock for parts of Oldham and Shelby counties in Kentucky. No warnings here, Dawn. In fact, the rain has let up just a bit downtown. You can see folks gathered under the tent because we've obviously had some rain around, and we're not out of the woods just yet.
Not quite yet, but it has eased a little bit. And just to let you know, we are certainly celebrating this fabulous time today, but if something severe happens or anything breaks, I mean, you got the best person you can have sitting here, Kevin Harnett, and he will let you know what is going on. There's some folks who are just staying right here because it is the Pegasus Parade.
Well, it's that week, Dawn, and it's not just me sitting here, but of course you got Brian Good here. Jessica Dobson's in the studio watching the radar for us. So our whole team, Tawana Andrews, actually in the storm tracker.
Yep, she's in the storm tracker.
All of us are here today, and we're watching the radar and the rain just as much as we are the parade here today. We'll welcome in Matt Gibson, the CEO and president of the Kentucky Derby Festival, has joined us. We saw you cut the ribbon earlier.
We did.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Well, we're doing good. We're just a bit, what did you call it? A little damp?
A little damp.
We're just a little damp.
Yeah, I had to shed all of my rain gear before I stepped on here. I was
you were a
really
little
bound
damp,
up.
too.
Yes,
That's what we're calling it.
Yes, I was.
Hey, a little rain's not going to stop the parade, and we've seen that today. We've had worse weather.
Absolutely, we have.
Would we rather have sunshine and 72? Absolutely. But hey, the Derby Festival is alive and well.
That's exactly right. And that's one of the risks you take when you're doing outdoor events in spring in Kentucky. And we know it's always the case. The great thing is as you go up and down the route, you can still see lots of people here along the route. They're taking shelter. They've got lots of stuff. Oh, yeah, they're putting on their
second chance at life.
They're having a Derby hat party is the theme. This is the second chance at life.
You've got a lot of folks there who got a second chance at life because, you see, a new liver. They were a live donator, organ donor, kidney donor. All of those folks there were able to have that second chance because somebody gave. And for an organ like a kidney, you can be a living donor.
Well, we say that all the time, and it hit close to home when Tom Wills had to have a heart transplant, a longtime meteorologist here at WAVE. And again, there you see it, the second chance at life hat party. We appreciate the work that they do and all of those who give others that second chance at life.
Isn't that right?
We had a lot of new folks in the parade.
Really
this year. A lot of people who just wanted to be here.
That's exactly right. I think the pandemic really put things into perspective for folks, and we've seen such a growth. I mean, on having the event on a Sunday, we talked about that last year, and seeing just huge crowds out here having a great time, regardless of the weather. And it certainly looks like all of the acts are having a great time.
Yeah. Oh, there they go. They're dancing. Now, Matt, we thought you were going to get out there and shake something.
Well, I was, but y'all called me up here, so I was been practicing all week long.
I noticed when we called on Myra and Brian to get out and dance, the one that went out was Myra, not Brian.
Poor Brian didn't go. That's because he didn't want to, steal the thunder. You have the wonderful Yunte Studio growing up. Yunte started this because of being bullied, which should never, ever, ever be the way. So what he wanted to do was just give back. So now Yunte Studios consists of coaches of various teams such as KY Elite, MSDC, Fab Entertainer, DOVDT. And what they do is they let young people dance and be themselves and just support each other because nobody should ever be bullied. And that's what they do. We step, we dance, we excite. Tryouts are coming soon if anyone is interested.
All right behind them, the Louisville Titans Youth Mentoring Program. This is their first year in the Pegasus Parade.
Like Don was saying, it's so great to see so many new groups in and applying and coming in and really being able to showcase what they can do in this community.
Well, this group in particular mentors younger folks. It's a nonprofit organization. They welcome youth from all over Kentuckiana, and it's through sports, study hall, and mentoring that they instill a strong character, values, respect, and life skills that assist these young kids growing to become responsible adults.
And when they say nonprofit, and you all see these young people here, and you hear them chanting, and you see some of them look like little football players, don't they? That means they need your support. Antoine Lovelace, president, is Wanye Drake, vice president. That means they need your support in any way you can help them, whether you volunteer or give them funds.
I like how the kids up front, they're like, hey, share that poncho. I'm getting in here with you. Yeah.
That's what it takes. Teamwork. Everybody get in the poncho together.
Well, I was considering doing the same with you, Kevin, because that jacket looks really, really warm.
It's not as warm or waterproof as it may look. All right, following up this group, we've got the Christian County Colonel Band. This is their first time in about 40 years that they've had a chance to participate in the festival's parade. They've got 93 folks coming along Broadway.
All the way from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. We're glad to have them here. The band's a 5-time KMEA state finalist with recent appearances in fall of 2021 and 2022.
Dawn, you know they have been in the Macy's Day Parade, the Peach Bowl, Cherry Blossom, Orange Bowl, and Rose Bowl. And today, we say welcome to Louisville for the Pegasus Parade. Let's listen to them.
Christian County Colonel Band.
I've always been partial to the marching bands and the equestrian units. I mean, I love those hard-hitting marching bands.
Well, we looked at the list this year. It seems like we had a little more than in years
absolutely.
past when it comes to marching bands in particular.
Oh, there we go.
Storm Tracker.
Well, there we have it. That is the state-of-the-art Wave Storm Tracking Team Storm Tracker. Shannon Kogan, Tawana. I've got Myra Ansari down on parade route.
Did Myra Ansari jump in there?
I know.
She's about to bust out in a dance again. How did you guys get this gig inside?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think it's all Shannon. We're going to put this on Shannon. I got a portable hand warmer if y'all want to say thank you to Alyssa and Lizzie, our sales superstars, for taking us around.
You guys
Thank
want
you.
to trade?
No. I love you, but no.
No, I'm saying you trade with me and Brian.
We're not trading. You can jump in. Hold on.
You guys have fun.
Look.
Enjoy it. Happy parade. We're good. We're good. Thank you. Thank you.
Tawana Andrew.
I know, Tawana, here, take it. Whatever it was. You can have it.
Yeah, the hand warmer. And Shannon
is that
Kogan
one
from
for-
Wave Sunrise. Of course, you saw the Storm Tracker there. Yeah, getting good use out of that today. We've got following up the
American
Sunrise team, the
Side
Hardin
Saddle.
County Company B. These folks right out of E-Town do a great job. I know Novell Skaggs. He's a good friend, and he's their coach. Company B equestrian team's ridden in many competitions, parades over the years. They've been to McDonald's Thanksgiving Day Parade in Chicago. What they do is dance on horseback, do maneuvers, patterns that are choreographed to music. It takes a lot of training and practice for both the rider and the horse to perform what they do. They're usually a fast-paced team while carrying flags and some of their costumes. And even in today's wind, you can see they're still managing those flags.
They're doing just fine. That is your end of town. I know you're proud of them.
Well, you know, what happens is on the blacktop today, they have to consider that in the wind. So they're only able to do their slow speed maneuvers today. But boy,
But
when
you know,
they
a
get
lot
going,
of folks
it's fun
don't
to
think
watch.
about that. You know, you think it's a horse, just go, and it doesn't work that way. We appreciate everybody for watching, all the folks that are still here. You are true hardcore Kentucky Derby Festival fans, and the 2023 Zoller Pump Parade is not done. More of the Pegasus Parade when we come back, and this rain is stopping. It's moving on through, so you will hang on, because we are still celebrating Derby traditions, because they don't stop.
And welcome back to the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. It's the 68th annual as we celebrate Derby traditions through time. We've got our eyes to the sky, and we are watching that severe thunderstorm across parts of Oldham and Shelby counties. You can see the radar view showing that warning until 5 o'clock this evening as it moves down into parts of Shelby County. We've had some small hail reported out of that storm. 60-mile-per-hour winds possible with that. Here downtown, our rain is easing for now, but another line will be moving in. You see that just off to our north and west as we roll through the next 45 minutes or so, Don. So that's the rain that we're watching right now. At least we're into a little bit of a lull, which is welcome.
We're only in a weather lull. Thank you very much. We're not in a lull of not in a lull of the action at all. Our team is kind of a little bit of everywhere.
Oh, yeah. We've got everybody
still
along the parade route.
Yeah.
You've heard from Marissa Burke. You've heard from Brian Good, Myra Ansari. You saw Tawana Andrew and Shannon Cogan.
Brian Good.
I mentioned him.
Oh, sorry.
The only one I haven't mentioned is the one we're going to.
Sean Bowdy, who right now is with a family who's been doing their best to have a good time. Hey, Sean.
Yeah, I think what Kevin was doing there was saving the best for last. So he mentioned my name last, and that's okay. I appreciate it. We see some people out here who are waiting out this ring. I got a Maya, Michael, and EJ. All right, somebody tell me, why are you waiting in the rain just to watch this parade?
It's the life of a dance family. We got a dancer coming.
All right, go ahead. I know you wanted to shout her out, so tell us, who are you here supporting?
Shout out Malia for the Soul Jets.
Tell me, what do they do? What are you excited to see her do out here?
We're excited to see her dance. You know, it's raining, but I'm excited to see my sister dance. So, what's
your sister's name? All right, guys. Soul Jets. We're going to see them here in a few, I assume. So, guys, I'm excited for you to stick it out in the rain. I'm soaking wet. I'm sure you guys are too. But that's just the spirit of the Pegasus Parade. Reporting live downtown, Sean Bowdy, Wave News.
That's what I like to see, that spirit where they say, you know what? It's the life of a dance team member.
Yeah, that's
people
how it
coming.
goes. And that's so true. Look at this. Unity of African communities, performers. And this is so awesome. I was invited by Yvonne, who's down there, to meet this group and learn about where some of these fabulous folks came from. And they told me about their traditions and the land that they came from. And it was really wonderful. A unique fact about the Unity of African Communities, it was founded by an American woman and a West African man. Yvonne Coleman Bach, you all know her. She is very busy here. And also Charles Ludi Gallier. He's from Guinea, West Africa. And they work on different things to bring people together here in the United States. It's really a wonderful group.
Well, that's the whole key, is that they have about 17 African countries that they bring together, growing, telling everyone sort of the relation and how we can all work together to make where we live a better place.
They share everything from dialect to food to traditions to anything you can imagine.
Well, Dawn and I like to think we're part of this. It's the Groove
we
Crew.
Groove. That's what we do. That's what we do. You know, we Groove Crew.
These folks are from Greater Cincinnati.
There you go.
And listen, you talking about grooving, they got it going on. They're here to bring the party, they say, because life is too short to be anything but happy. And who wouldn't you call when you want to have a party but the Groove Crew, huh?
Well, I agree with him. Life is too short.
They're showcasing the glitz and glamour of the Derby Festival fashion in their stunning purple and gold costumes with custom-made fascinators. Each member's wearing a red rose, giving a nod to the rose blanket worn by Derby champions. They have about 40 members, 24 of all ages, representing about 6 decades, will be performing today. So you're looking at members in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s.
There he is.
There's the man who's not going to go inside when it starts raining. Everybody
he
recognizes.
likes to create thunder.
Yeah, his face. It's Wayne Hettinger. Wayne is the producer of Thunder Over Louisville. He's produced the soundtrack, coordinated the whole fireworks, drone, and air show spectacular for many years, since the very beginning, in fact.
And it was just fabulous last Saturday. It was just beautiful. It was a great time. Oh, there we go, Norton Children's Hospital, just for kids. That's their transport. They do so much for our children. And you see all of the employees there and folks that are helping from Norton Neuroscience.
You know, the awesome part about this float was designed and constructed and is staffed by the Norton Healthcare employees and volunteers. The musical soundtrack was created to complement the theme of the parade, Pump Up the Parade.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Their float celebrates the longest Derby tradition, the Pegasus Parade. They have a miniature military-themed float, inflatables, the Queen and her court, a marching band, all on the float, along with multiple other fun parade traditions. Check it out.
They always want to make sure they have themes that are fun for kids. Norton Children's Hospital, just for kids, critical care. We appreciate what they do. The mission Just for Kids transport team is to provide quality, healthy care to each child that they serve, and they do that. And folks from all over this region know that their ambulance, their helicopter function, their mobile intensive care unit, they take special equipped and critical care service to every child that needs it.
You
They
never
do
know
a
when you're
wonderful
going to
job.
need it.
You know what? Oh my goodness, you never know when you're going to need it. And you're just glad that they're there because you want somebody who cares and who can do the job.
Well, they had about 3,000 transports just last year alone, many of those infants. So,
More than you want
gotta
them to have,
appreciate
but
that.
you want them there if you need them. Hello, Goodwill.
Goodwill celebrating
Hello,
its centennial
Goodwill.
anniversary. They've got a little birthday of their own going on, Dawn. And you'll notice the Goodwill Industries of Kentucky's mission is to help people with disabilities and other challenges find pathways out of poverty. So a salute to Goodwill as
I
they
cannot
celebrate
keep up with
their
them, Kevin.
centennial.
They are building and building, and they are making so many different changes and creating so many opportunities and making sure that people have opportunities that they would never have before. And they are excited about it all.
Wave at the camera, girls.
There you go. All those sweet faces, all those people that are ready to be part of this community and make it happen. And we are glad to have them. Thank you.
That's Goodwill Industries. Following them, the American Side Saddle Association. And there they are.
Look at those beautiful horses. And I never, you talked a minute ago about how the
asphalt
and it was wet and what the horses could do. But I wonder if the rain and all of that, I wonder if it bothers the horses or if they even think about it, or it's, I mean, they seem perfectly happy, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Just a thought that I had.
Maybe we'll
as
ask
they were
Brian and Myra
walking,
to
but-
ask the horse. I don't
There
know.
you go. But the ladies here are dressed for the Derby with some of the lovely dresses. Look at
Beautiful.
that. Derby hats. Some ready to race. 3 of the horses are former, actually, racing standard breeds, they're called.
I'm sure that as you see here at the little demonstration they provide, these are women with us today from Ohio, Wisconsin, and Maine. The ladies are dressed, as you can tell, which would be very appropriate for Derby. This is the American Side Saddle Association. Welcome to the Pegasus Parade once again, ladies. If you're a fan of Kentucky, we mentioned that the Corvettes took center stage, and you see the 502 Corvette Club in its first year coming through. What a beautiful group of automobiles this is. Again, very much a pride of Kentucky.
All right, the 502 Corvette Club, always good to see them. And again, the Corvette voted one of the coolest things ever made in Kentucky. As we see them make their way through, and there are so many in the Corvette Club, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade.
And welcome back to the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade on Wave. It's your exclusive parade station, your exclusive and official Derby station. You're looking at the 502 Corvette Club drive-by with a number of sharp Corvettes made right down the street in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And here we are, seeing them drive through the parade today.
There you go. They know how to warm things up. Straight Diamond. It's about 80 participants that they have in their group to change lives one step at a time through the power of dance is what they do. Coach Marcellus has been teaching dance for over 20 years. No child left behind policy. If they want to learn, they want to be responsible, they want to be leaders, they want to have fun, then they can be on the dance team. But they kind of come in and do the work. The community dance team is diversified, all styles of dance, majorette, jazz, hip-hop, and much more. Kevin, you can join.
If I had any bit of rhythm at all, I would love to do it.
I'm going to agree with you, and we're going to let that go.
I like watching them. I'm in awe. I'm like, man, if I could just move like, more than one arm at a time, it would be good. Very
I bet
talented.
that warmed them up, though. I mean, with a little chill in the air, they're probably like, let us dance.
Yeah. They have not let anything phase them. They're coming down here. We're up here freezing, cold, wet,
Let's go
shaking.
down there and dance.
Yeah. Look, Myra, she's still in on it down there. She's jumping in with every act that walks by. I like that.
Myra's getting it in.
They're called Straight Diamonds. They are the dance team.
Yes,
they
they
love
are.
to change lives one step at a time.
They got the crowd that's down there moving out, and everybody's moving it too. They are enjoying themselves today. They're even doing a little cheering too.
Myra,
you hear them.
can you hear us, Myra?
Yeah, Myra's not listening to you. She's dancing.
Well, let's toss it down there. She's in the action. Breaking news.
So you never knew Myra could break it down like that, did you?
She wants no part of talking to us on the air, I guess.
No, I'm not talking to y'all. I was dancing.
Nope, not today.
Not today.
Well, the sun's coming back out for a temporary amount of time here before the next round of rain moves in. So Straight Diamonds coming through.
There's
right
the
here.
little ones back there. They're moving too. You all cheer for them because they're shaking it up. There you go.
Well, you're going to love the next one we have coming up, Dawn.
He is my buddy. And it's so funny. My kids always tell me not to talk to my dogs like this. And I always say, I know he's coming in a little bit. Well, we'll wait for him to come. Again.
Well, I was referring to Ethan, the dog,
I know,
but Ethan
I thought he was coming.
It maybe bailed out of the parade route just because of the
It
the
could
rain,
have been
perhaps.
because, he's kind of big and he gets wet. Now Straight Diamonds dance team, more Straight Diamonds. I hope I did not call the other team that just went through incorrectly, but we have more of Straight Diamonds.
All one group.
All one
That's just
group.
how many
We
there
said that they had 80, and they really do. And again, what they want to do is they want to change lives one step at a time. These are some of the younger ladies, and they are still dancing. Shimmering Diamond Dolls. You see them coming up. You want to make sure you cheer for them too as the ladies make their way through. Coach Marcellus making sure that it happens. And the ladies coming through waving. They're like they got that wave going. Kevin, they are ready for the Derby Princess thing.
No question. I want to go down to Brian and Myra, street side here at Broadway, guys.
You guys just want me to dance again. That's right, y'all.
Go, Myra. Hey, you should mention LMPD just tweeted out about Myra dancing. Just
That's really embarrassing.
Celebrity. I can't dance. I'm in support.
I know. I keep trying to pull Brian out there, and he's like, no. But
I'm single. I'm trying to change that. I
no,
can't get out there and dance. So.
This will do the trick, Brian. This will do the trick. All right. Look, the sun is coming out. It's actually not bad at the moment. So
The sun coming out, yeah. That little gap is going to be nice. Hopefully get the rest in the break here.
Yeah, and, the folks that left, they can just come back if you're hiding out in your car somewhere. But kudos to those who really stuck it out. I mean, not bad at all. Oh, there's Ethan.
Ethan.
You wanna
Ethan's
come?
here. Yeah.
Can we go talk to Ethan's? I know,
I don't
Don.
have to say much.
Ethan won't say
Jeff,
much.
grab Jeff Calloway there. Grab him.
Jeff.
Ethan.
How are you?
Excellent. How are you?
You and Ethan have talked it out, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. We're having a great time out today.
Does he mind the rain?
No, he doesn't mind the rain at all. He likes it.
Oh, look at him. Oh, such a cute little. Look at you. Are you getting dog slobber all over you?
I am, but that's okay.
What a special treat to see Ethan out here. I love his bow tie as well. Looking handsome.
Gosh, that beautiful face.
I know.
So gentle.
You know, I'm a big dog lover, so
Yes.
that is so my cup of tea.
Big fan favorite, of course, here in town is
Absolutely.
Ethan.
You know what made him such a fan favorite happens to be the fact that what some people may not know, and that was Ethan was found pretty much abandoned and skin and bones. And you look at him today, he's a whole different dog, and one that Jeff has taken in and just completely has become a symbol in many ways of our great, compassionate city.
Look at him. And in 2021, they did not know if he would live. He was so small. Look at him now, and he weighs, I know he's over 100 pounds. He was under 100 pounds. He couldn't feed himself. They had to put the food in his mouth. He couldn't walk. And now he actually won Dog of the Year. And now he raises money to help dogs all over the country so that they are able to find homes, love, and so they're able to be fed.
He's got his own website, EthanAlmighty.com.
EthanAlmighty.com. And Ethan is pretty almighty. He's a good boy, and he's one of the most loving things ever. And you'll find him all over, everywhere, trying to make sure he's an ambassador for being kind to pets everywhere, all the time.
And just behind Ethan Almighty happens to be Louisville's classic rock station. That's 107.7 WSFR.
Oh,
And just
are they
behind
bringing us pizza?
happens to be Jet's Pizza. We'll take a Jet's Pizza. We love it.
I'm sorry, are they delivering pizza?
Have you had Jet's Pizza?
I have. My mom loves Jet's Pizza,
It's
too.
that wonderful Detroit style square cut pizza.
Detroit, but
Yeah, light, airy, center, loaded with toppings.
Caramelized cheese.
Making me hungry.
Are we hungry?
Always. All right.
Be true.
Be true. Jet's Pizza, by the way, always hiring. If you're looking for a job, stop by any of their 7 area locations or just jump online, jetspizza.com/Louisville.
Sounds like a parade for sure. West Allegheny Marching Band, Imperial, Pennsylvania. First time performing at the Pegasus Parade, and we are so glad to have them here.
Well, they've grown every year. The school district was just awarded one of the best communities for music education for the 6th consecutive year. Almost all of the students and adults traveling with the group will be their first time ever in the beautiful state of Kentucky. And in our Commonwealth here, we say welcome. They can't wait to explore what Kentucky has to offer, they say, and to participate in the Pegasus Parade. It's a good-looking group. Let's listen in. Don, we mentioned earlier with Matt Gibson that we had more bands than ever before this year. There are 12 marching bands in this year's Pegasus Parade.
This band here says, not every kid is an athlete, which is true. And they said their kids want to experience the team. They have a lot to offer, and their kids have an awful lot to offer. Hey, Kevin.
This Spud's for you.
Yeah, and that's a big old Spud from Boise, Idaho. They've been here for 8 years. This is a 4-ton Idaho potato. Can I have some sour cream?
I love a good baked potato.
I love a good baked potato. The truck and tater team have visited all lower 48 states. They're going to head to Alaska this year to make it 49.
Well, they say a baked potato is a healthy food as long as you don't smother it in sour cream and butter. In fact, the potato itself is certified by both the American Heart Association and the American Diabetes Association as a healthy food.
So did I mess that up? That's first thing I said was pass the sour cream. Oh, well, I'm learning. That's what life is for. Young Guns 4-H Rodeo Drill Team. We're happy to see them. They've been in the parade 10 times. Now they're able to maneuver a little bit since the rain is not coming down. They've won multiple national titles.
Well, in fact, the Young Guns are the most recently named the 2022 Kentucky State Champion Drill Team. Since 1999, the team has won the state 4-H competition 13 times. We'll let you watch them as we go to a quick commercial break right here on Wave. You're watching the coverage of the 68th annual Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade.
Welcome to the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. You've got the Kentucky Hard Riders there, and it's just a gorgeous day. Everybody that is lining Broadway, they're enjoying all the fabulous groups still coming down Broadway. They are leading these ponies, and they are gorgeous. You find them all different colors. They're beautiful, doing maneuvers still. Again, the streets a little drier than they were a bit ago. Some of the groups with the horses were not able to maneuver so much because they had to be careful. Look at there. They're getting really sassy there, moving the horses from side to side. Again, Kentucky Hard Riders. This is their
23rd year in the Pegasus Parade. We say welcome back, and we're watching the horses. They've been sports about the parade as well. We've had bouts of rain. We've got another round moving in about 10 minutes or so as they make their way down Broadway. All right, we've got a number of equestrian groups that have been in the parade. We talked about the marching bands, Dawn. I mentioned there were 12 of those in this year's parade. When it comes to the equestrian groups, we've had 7 equestrian units, 8 floats, 6 inflatables. In total, there would be 114 units in this year's parade. Here's one of them. It's TARC's 23rd annual Design-a-Bus. The title of this one, if you will, or the theme, Every Journey, a Story.
Well, we appreciate TARC always for taking folks everywhere around the city. Now, what they do is they have kids every year, or what they've been doing is have kids every year design that bus. Tarks Design a Bus is an annual competition. It's kids K through 12. They actually, now look at the pictures, you all. Those pictures are telling a story. Every journey, a story. Students are asked to think about a personal journey from their lives that resulted in learning something new or expanding their world in some way.
I love in the center of that, you see the heart, and you see the hands touching. What a wonderful, it's just all about love. Love people, love yourself with the fleur-de-lis. You can see the different skin tones there reaching out. It's all about love.
They had 12 winners, and those winners are now on that bus. So if you see a bus and it's next to you, just make sure you pay attention to them.
Hey, we've got the JCTMS Lady Centurion Steppers. They've participated in the parade for a couple of years. The Lady Centurion Steppers, all-female African-American step team. They performed all over the city. We've seen them before, Dawn. And they pride themselves in being strong, focused, and dedicated.
And they work hard. They practice hard. They stay focused, Kevin, exactly like you said. And when they do that, they learn a lot. They're able to move through life and help each other, and that's exactly what they're doing. They've got about 15 folks in that group. Jacqueline Jeffries is the sponsor of those groups. Ladies, just keep doing what you're doing. Stepping is like huge now, not only in colleges. Hello. Not only in colleges, but now also with the young folks. Kern Derby Pie.
Oh, there's Alan Rupp. Alan with Kern's Kitchen and the Derby Pie.
Derby Pie, you just warm that up a little bit.
You know, we have
after we get in there and it's going to be warm.
I was thinking back to the Derby festivals. They're off luncheon.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The dessert
it
that
was
day
right on the table.
Yeah. I was like, are you going to eat yours? No, I'll take that one.
Take yours. You don't need that.
They're like, why are you putting that in your pocket?
That's
like,
right.
Oh,
well, it was nice little individual Kern Derby pies. It is the only place you can get a Derby pie because Kern created the Derby pie.
Well, it was made from Grandma's recipe back in 1954, believe it or not.
Can
they
you imagine?
Still produce it in small batches. That's the best.
That's the best.
They use the same quality control procedures that exist for 60 years. It's ready to eat, served warm is usually best. Can be found at many of the favorite restaurants that you have or the whole pie purchase at Kroger.
Look at these folks. Limited edition dance team. My goodness, they are going to be tired tonight. Look at them. Now they're stepping for you. Limited edition dance team. They're performing for us tonight. It is their time in the Pegasus Parade.
They've got another large group.
It is another large group.
The number of step teams we've had this year seems to be a little larger. You say it's getting more and more popular.
Well, it's getting more and more popular. You know, in college, everybody used to step. And now the young teams are being able to step. And when you come together, and you know, Kevin, just like any team, you've got to learn to step. You've got to learn to work together. And that teaches all the kids a way to work together. And that is what they're learning to do. And you have, oh my goodness, I can't even tell how young the youngest one is back there.
Well, let's see if Myra Ansari is joining this group or if Brian Good's down parade side. See if we can talk to some of the folks down there. Brian? Myra?
Go ahead, Brian.
I don't know. Anyway, this is serious stuff here. Look.
These kids are absolutely precious. How old are these kids?
They range from 3 or 2 to 10. They're elementary kids.
How hard are they working to keep up with these routines? They look like they've been doing a lot of hard work.
Yeah, they practice really hard and they're really good.
They are very good. We got to see what they've got going on for us. Is the rain bothering y'all? There we go.
Right, there they go. They're moving again.
Oh, look at that. So cute.
Such synchronization.
See, that's what I told you. They got to work together. They got to be able to move, clap, do all of that together.
It takes a lot of practice.
It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of coordination.
All right, Marissa Burke's parade side as well. She's down the route just a bit. Marissa, who are you with?
So I'm with this lovely family, and we're actually kind of starstruck because we all were talking about all the dance teams that are out here. So, wait, Vonna, tell me again, your favorite has been what?
The dance teams, and there is like a couple of them that my friends is on, but like my favorite ones are like part of it is the dance teams.
So you've been shouting at your friends, right?
Yeah.
So what else has been your favorite part about the Kentucky Derby Parade?
Like the Star Wars characters, how they came down, that was my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, so you hear this excitement? You hear this excitement? So we're getting everything a little later than you guys, but the dance team is now right here in front of us. So I'm going to send it back to you guys so that way Vonna and I can enjoy this.
All right. Marissa, thank you very much. Good to see folks watching along the parade route, even though the rain has sort of plagued us just a bit. We've got another wave of rain moving in. We'll give you a weather update when we come back, and we've got more of the 86th annual Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade right here on Wave as you take a look at Ford and the UAW workers. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade, to the moves of the Soul Jets dance team. A lot of families waiting to see their Soul Jets. They are from Louisville, Kentucky, about 45 members. Man, they've got about 100 dancers, though. They have traveled to California, New York, Ohio, Tennessee, Florida, Texas. They compete and they know how to move.
You know, you think back to 1996, they only had 6 members. They've come so far.
So far, Kevin.
And they're out here braving the rain.
And it's not stopping them.
You know, it's not stopping them at all. It's picking back up. One group that's no stranger to the rain and no stranger to water is the United States Coast Guard. This is the station from Louisville. They do search, rescue, law enforcement. This is the unit that protects the Ohio River. Some folks may not know, but the Coast Guard is very much present along the banks of the Ohio and all along the waterways there. It's a 10-person search and rescue unit. We mentioned that they do the law enforcement through this vessel that you're watching on the screen, and they look at security boardings too. They also assist in that flood response. They have a whole unit that deploys throughout the United States. We saw that come into play when we had those eastern Kentucky floods.
We appreciate them, and unfortunately, probably with flood response, they have to do more than we'd like them to, but they do it. We appreciate them, and they are always on the water. Well, there they are, Louisville Drumline Academy. This is their first time in They're the Louisville Drumline Academy under the direction of Eric Granger.
Well, they're fairly new. The reason that their first time, they didn't sort of become established until December of 2022.
But to just want to take on something this big,
Yeah.
this is big, and they decided to step in, but under the direction of Eric Granger and also Cameron Graham, they have decided to just hop in here, and there they are. They're the Louisville Drumline Academy, and it is beginning to rain again, but you see them stepping proud and working hard.
Well, they have 3 different levels. They serve youth and adults in the metro and surrounding communities. It is a great pleasure to have them in this year's Pegasus Parade. All right, up next we have Allison Goucher. Allison is the and tucked appropriately in the Corvette as opposed to outside waving in this wind and rain. She's the lead creator of the garland of roses that we all see as it arrives at Churchill Downs and then gets bestowed to the Derby winner. She ran the Mini yesterday, I understand, as well. She's a Kentucky Derby Festival board member.
Way to go, Allison. Now, she invites you to come out on next Friday. And also next Saturday there in St. Matthews, they will be making sure that you can see how that garland is made. All right, the rain is coming down, the wind is picking back up, and if we need to tell you about anything going on, we'll let you know. This is the Kentucky Elite Step Team, the Kentucky Elite Youth Arts and Education Step Team. They're getting a little wet, but they're still moving down Broadway.
You know, they've also, and it seems like this is a recurring theme of all of these groups, but they've performed in a lot of places. It's not just Louisville. This group has performed and competed on national stages in New York, Texas, Tennessee, Virginia, and many more. They are followed up by the Louisville Metro Police Department and Air 20. This is Air 60. So you see the LMPD Hummer and Air 60 there, keeping us safe both on the ground and in the skies. It's the Louisville Metro Police Department.
There you go. You know, those ladies will be well taken care of. There they go. Again, the rain coming down.
We do have this rain on, and I'm watching the radar. We've had it in front of us all day, but this is another band of rain. It's going to last just a little bit longer here, probably another 20, 30 minutes, so this may take us through parade time. But we've had a couple of rounds of rain. The wind have been gusty, but it's not stopped everyone. You can still see as we look along the parade route, there are a lot of diehard fans out here for this year's Pegasus Parade. And for those watching at home, we're bringing you all the action as you would see it. So if you're safe, dry, and comfortable in the comforts of your own home, you're seeing it. There's Magic 101. This is our radio partners from Alpha Media. You see 99.7 DJX and many of the others there.
You guys better take some loss and just make sure your throat's good when you crack those mics in the morning. DJX.
I'm looking out there. Do we have?
Kelly K. Everybody's out there.
Where's Brian and Myra? Are we talking to these folks?
There's everybody. All of them are there. There they are. All of them are out there. All of Alpha Media. 105.1, 99.7, 101.3, B96.
We've got them all. You know, 99.7 DJX plays hit music and all the fun, entertaining contests. You've got Ben Davis and Kelly K in that show in the morning, Ryan Smetzler and Emily in the afternoons. B96, Louisville's #1 home for hip-hop, and Magic 101.3, Louisville's home for Steve Harvey and R&B.
I did morning show there many years
That was a long time ago. Now, listen, I know it's your birthday, but you don't need to go back that far.
Long time ago.
We're their radio partner, Alpha Media. You'll hear all of our forecast on Alpha Media's radio. This is the Malone Step and Dance Company.
Dance. Again, you all, we just got to give it up for the young people. They continue. Malone Step and Dance Company. They are continuing. These young people are not stopping. They have been in this Pegasus Parade for 9 years. They say we love to step and dance. They love each other. They love to work hard, and they love to have fun. You can check them out. They're located in the Melwood Arts Center. You can check out their Facebook page. That's Malone Step and dance and check out and see what they do. They have divisions in elementary and also middle school. They're not stopping, Kevin.
Well, it's another large group, about 50 participants. You can see, likewise, you can tell they've been practicing a whole lot. I can't explain to you how cool it is out here, the wind, the rain, but by looking at them, you'd think it was a sunny day in Florida.
Well, I hope that keeps them warm. I do.
Maybe we should just be
down
stepping
there
and
with
dancing.
them. As a mom, I'm going, dance, babies. Now keep warm and dance out there. Their teaching, though, prepares them for citywide things that they would have to do, gets them ready for being adults.
Well, here's the Damascus Temple, number 58, the Prince Hall Shriners. They've been in the parade many, many times.
That
in fact,
is
I
my
think it's like their
dad's
10th or 11th year. Yeah, we usually are looking for Walter. Many times they'd have those tops down on those beautiful cars. This year, of course, with the rain, so many of them tops up. The Damascus Temple is a tax-exempt 501c3 foundation that was established in 2009. It's a philanthropic arm of the ancient Egyptian Arabic order Nobles Mystic Shrine, and they just do so much good. They've served the Louisville community for over 100 years. They're in the historic Parkland neighborhood at 28th and Dumasnil, and they've been there since 1962.
They have. My granddad also was in the Prince Hall Shrine there, Damascus Temple.
There they are.
There they are. They do an awful lot of work, taking care of their community, taking care of those who need help anywhere they may need it. And you see, it might be raining, but they're still ready to have a little bit of fun. They do all kind of things to add a helping hand to the community. Anytime they can give a helping hand, they are there to do it. You see some of the women there also who are part of the women's group that are in those cars. I see
love
them
those
too.
old Cadillacs.
I know, aren't they pretty?
They
There they are.
truly
There they are. There's the ladies. You see some of the ladies too.
You know, we look at all those old Cadillacs, and those are beautiful vehicles there. And just behind them, we got a whole string of brand new Cadillacs. These are the Courtesy Cadillacs because Courtesy Cadillac, the sponsor for this year's Pegasus Parade. It's their first time. It's the official luxury vehicle of the Derby Festival. They have a whole lineup of SUVs, and you'll see those coming up behind this group.
There you go.
I didn't catch exactly what he was saying.
I'm not sure
Something
either,
about-
but I'm sure he'll tell my daddy, and my daddy will tell me. Eastern Stars. You see some of the Eastern Star ladies in there.
More of the Damascus Temple.
there.
All right, you're watching our coverage here of the 68th Annual Kentucky Derby Festival, Zoller Pump Company
Look
Pegasus
at those
Parade.
beautiful cars. Can you imagine?
I know, and you have to think, man, they polished them up for today, and here they're like, oh, it's raining on the
That's all
car.
right.
Yeah,
It's Derby time.
just
You know,
happens.
it's time to ride.
They'll
So
have them
it's
shine
okay.
back up.
That's right. It is time to ride. Again, Prince Hall Shrine is there. Damascus Temple, number 58.
And we mentioned those brand new Cadillacs. There
There they
comes the Derby Festival sponsored cars, the official luxury vehicle of the Kentucky Derby Festival. It's a whole list of these. They have the CT4, CT5. That's what they've been driving around town. You can find those at Courtesy Cadillac. Just like the Derby Festival Board of Directors and all those that have been involved, when they pull in and show up with their bright fuchsia coats, they usually pop out of a Cadillac.
Well, they said, come on in the store now. They are there. Jefferson County All-Star Marching Band. 70 members in that band. They love to play, to entertain. They represent a diverse background of students. They're all from Jefferson County. You see them playing here. Now, The Jefferson County All-Star Marching Band, they represent high school band programs that are like all across Jefferson County.
Well, you can tell by their uniforms. They're sort of
different.
pieced together from all different high schools. They sound great. They perform to support equity, student success skills, positive culture. And Dawn, this is their first time back in the parade since the pandemic. They were so happy to come back.
We are so glad to have them here. Let's listen to them. They'll play us all the way through until we take a break. Let's enjoy Jefferson County All-Star Marching Band.
Well, the excitement is still here on Broadway as you're watching exclusive Pegasus Parade coverage brought to you by the Zoller Pump Company right here on Wave. That's LaTanya Bland. LaTanya, she's been a big part of the community launching Brain Freeze, Cones for a Cause. That was an ice cream food truck that has a location now in Shively. She's been instrumental in sort of creating that KDF block party event that's done so much good in the city.
Yeah, she's starting a math academy too, and she does so wonderful. Mexico Lindo, diverse cultures make Louisville shine. Yes, they do. Mexico Lindo, they've been performing throughout the city for about 14 years, and they are performing, showing the passion for the Mexican culture.
Well, we've just had past us the Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods. There they are. Yeah, make some noise.
Yes. We appreciate you. Yes, you do. They said we keep this city safe, and yes, you do. We appreciate the work that you do.
We've got so many people marching down Broadway, not just the Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods that you see there. By the way, they're wearing the colorful black shirts and our street and hospital outreach case managers. That's the folks who you were seeing and hearing from. These men and women go into the most distressed neighborhoods every day, work directly with those individuals who are at risk for violence, including gang members and victims of violence. We appreciate the work that they do. Now, we have mentioned a number of beautiful cars, and we've got more of them coming through, as you can see, Dawn.
Well, I'm not good at naming what a car is, but I can sure go, boy, that's pretty.
A lot of those are
That is a
Cadillacs.
gorgeous car. It looks like Cadillacs, I would think.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're really beautiful. Everybody waving and saying hello, and so many people will be riding around through the city. Let me just say this real quick. It's my public service announcement. You all know that the city will be busy for Derby. A big hello to you. So we're going to ask you that you pack your patience, be kind to each other, let somebody in if you can, and let's just take our time.
It's not hard to show a little love.
It is not hard to show a little love, especially during Derby time, but any time.
We've made our way to the final marching band of the parade. This is the Marching Pride of Jennings County, right out of North Vernon, Indiana. They've had a chance to participate in many of the Derby Festival parades in the past, and we'll listen in as the Marching Pride of Jennings County passes by. We'll continue to listen in, and on the other side of the commercial break, we're nearing the end, but our coverage will continue as we get some audience reaction. And we'll wish a very special happy birthday to Dawn G. It's coming up when we come back on the continuing coverage of the Pegasus Parade.
We gonna let the rain stop us, baby. Yeah.
There you go. It is the 68th Zoller Company Pegasus Parade. And that's Louisville Skaters United. They are bringing it all home, folks. Celebrating Derby traditions. I used to
watching.
skate like that at Ghost Town.
See, you're living in the past again.
Nobody remembers Ghost
How
Town.
many years ago was that?
I'm not
Are you
talking
saying your
about it.
age today?
Well, I'm 60 years old. I say it all day long.
You just turned 60. Happy birthday.
Yeah, 60.
We've had a chance to celebrate. We're not finished yet, but the parade is almost finished. Let's take a look from Broadway and look down. You can see some of the great workers from the city, sanitation department, and so many others as they clean up and get ready to say another parade in the books. Brian Good is standing right down there beside them. And Brian, as we wrap up the 68th annual, it is the longest Derby Festival event that's been going on.
That's right. And Myra, by the way, Myra, what'd you think about it? It was great. I loved it. See, she loved it. She stepped away for just a second. She'll be back. I promise.
She was freezing?
She was freezing, yeah.
I saw her running past us here.
Right. You know what? It was interesting to see the emotions because you got a setup. We had the sun that was out. Everyone was energized, fired up. The rain hit and you had that face. Everyone was like, oh no, it's raining and windy out. But then suddenly the rain did the opposite. It energized everyone, got everyone excited. They kind of just adapted to it and decided, you know what, we're going to have fun. We're going to be rainy and soggy. It doesn't matter anyway. So that's kind of how the emotion went out here. And that was pretty cool to see because everyone knows rainy parade can always be a good thing sometimes. And that's certainly a positive here today. And right now, this is the back of it. Yeah, kind of a cleared out crowd. I want to give a big shout out. They're leaving right now. They're across the street from Broadway, so can't get to them. This couple here was sitting here the entire time, braving it all.
No, Brian, run over there. You've got to run over there. Just go.
Stop
I don't know if I can get past the railing.
Just go. The camera can stay on that side of the road, but just go.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Kevin's like, break the rules.
I mean, we've got 30 more minutes.
Ryan, go ahead, Ryan. Run
at
at the street. Run in the middle of the street, Ryan.
Kevin's like, who cares whether
Oh, perfect timing. Hey, can I talk to you real quick? I'm talking about you. We're live right now. Yes. You guys were here the entire time braving it out.
We were. We came prepared, though.
You were. I saw you had the ponchos pulled out and the umbrellas started flying up.
We did.
This is my first parade.
Really?
Yeah, from Colorado, and she's from Kentucky, and we wanted to see it. We wanted to see the whole thing.
We did, and I've been in the parade, and it's so exciting, to come down and people cheer you on. So I just felt like we're staying to cheer on every band.
Oh, that's so awesome! Now this is your first one. So what do you think?
Oh, it's great. It's great. The whole city embraces this Kentucky Derby event. I mean, all week, a couple of weeks. I love it. It's really, really exciting to be here to watch all this go on.
Oh, so you're such a gracious host for having him here. This is great.
Yeah, well, he hangs out with me a lot. So we've got a big Derby week planned. We've got tickets to the Wine Fest and going to the track and what else? And the boat race. So, yeah. So
it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, anyway. So,
Derby, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, that's the track.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys braved it. You really stood out in the crowd, so I appreciate that. And go ahead, yeah. And welcome, and thanks for visiting. Appreciate it. Yeah, so you can see the impact it has, and certainly the rain's not going to stop anyone when coming in, especially when you consider he's from Colorado, and that weather out there can be really wild. This is nothing compared to Colorado, guys.
So,
I love it.
Oh, here's Myra, by the way.
Yeah, you guilted Myra.
Hey,
Poor
Myra.
Myra.
I had to get my little one because she was sitting inside during the range. This is her first Pegasus parade. Well, and what do you think, Nor?
I like it.
You like it? What did you like the most, Nor?
The cheering.
The cheering. What about mommy dancing?
I didn't see that, but
Yeah, we wish we had neither, Nor.
Yeah, I know. She sees enough of it at home, though. So, yeah. Good times.
All right, we appreciate that. We have to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap things up. You've been watching, and I hope the folks at home have enjoyed seeing the 68th annual. It's the 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
fucking up on back every time, man. Yeah, he still needs us up because I know the camera. Hey, Marty, I'm getting down there.
And welcome back. The parade has come to a conclusion on a day where we've had to battle gusty winds, cool temperatures, and several rounds of rain, but it didn't stop the parade from going down Broadway. We had a decent Kentucky Derby Festival.
Look, everybody's still partying.
Yeah,
They're partying.
When you're already wet, why not? Right?
They're having a good time, and it just
Jamie, break it down.
Look, they're having a good time.
See, there she is.
There she is. So we're just ready for the rest of the week. We are the ones to watch for everything. We still have the bed races. We still have the boat races. We still have I'm not going to remember it all.
Well, when we take each day, of course, tomorrow's the bed races. You'll see those on Wave. Tuesday is 5-0 Tuesday. 5-0
Tuesday.
We've got the pill pull on that day, so you're going to see all of that coming up where the horses find their post position. So we'll be live at Churchill Downs for that. We'll be live with evening weather all day. Of course, sunrise is out there every day. Wednesday's the Great Steamboat Race.
He's younger
Thursday. Not by much, though you did just tick up one today.
I did.
Right?
So
And then, of
all
course,
of that
Thursday's Derby. That's a big day.
Yeah.
And then we get into Oaks and Derby.
And Derby. We are the
We've got
ones
a
to
busy
watch.
week.
So just stay with us. We have all right here.
Yeah, for sure. The parade, while it may have ended behind us, there are still a number of folks lined up along Broadway. Sean Bowdy's been one of those folks. Let's go check in with him. Sean, I see. You've conveniently seeked
underneath.
No, get in the rain. That's the whole point. Otherwise, we'd have kept you in the studio.
Come on, put
Get
your heart in
rain.
there.
You have to understand. All I was doing was looking for the smartest people at the parade. Oh, here they are. There's no rain because they're under the I-65 overpass. And they've got a great view of this parade. They said they didn't think they'd get this lucky. All right, I understand you have a birthday coming up. How old are you going to be?
9.
You're going to be 9 years old. So it's Don G's birthday today. So let me do the math. She's got you by about 20 years. So, but in 20 years, maybe you get to be Don G's age. But tell me what you guys were doing here and kind of how excited you were to see.
I was pretty excited.
Okay, your mom was telling me that there was somebody in particular that you came here to watch. Tell me about that.
Well, that is my brother Cameron.
Tell me what he was doing.
He was stepping with his feet and counting.
I like it. What's it like coming here with your mom and dad over here? And just tell me how exciting it was sharing this with them and watching your brother.
It's pretty exciting.
I know, Mom, you got to be excited too.
Super excited. It's worth all the rain, all the cold. We couldn't imagine a better place to be right now.
And next year, you're going to try to get under the overpass as well?
We're coming right back here next year.
All right, guys, thank you so much. It's been I think a successful parade minus some of that rain, but I think they can deal with it under here, guys.
Yeah, I think you're right. You did find the smartest group because that's a great idea.
Great idea. Yeah, matter of fact, it may have protected them even more.
We might move the whole broadcast kind of central under that overpass next year.
We'll be under there next year. It was all good. Just watching all of the equestrian groups, the steppers, the floats, all of the new inflatables.
Well, I love the bands. I think we had more bands this year than before. We say the theme was celebrating Derby traditions. We certainly have done that. We have some video. When we come back after the break, we're going to show you some years gone by. When you think about the Derby Festival, especially the Pegasus Parade, it's been going on for 68 years. We look forward to showing you some of that older video. We've got all of that as we approach 6 o'clock for Wave News. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more to come when we come back.
Crane got fucked up. I think you guys are the only ones in that one, too. Well, what happened to this? I just didn't work. Or God knows where.
There you go. It's in the books. 2023 Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade celebrating Derby traditions. Did you make any new traditions this year?
Well, you know, it's been going on for so long, and Wave has always had a great history of being the community television station and so involved. We go all the way back to 1956 when we broadcast that first Pegasus Parade. How awesome is that?
Going down Broadway. We went 17 blocks now, but look at that. I mean,
I don't know if, to me, it's quite a parade, but the traffic doesn't stop. Did you notice the cross traffic?
car going down the street. It's just a car, too. Won't hurt
You know, they were out dancing. It resembles a lot of the step teams that we saw today.
But look at how fancy everyone is.
Well,
see how fancy?
And it was at night when this parade
at
happened.
night,
So
and everyone's so fancy.
people are looking out all of the windows. That was a parking structure you could see looking down. It was a big deal.
Big deal.
And it still is.
Yeah, still a big deal, just in a different way.
It is a whole tradition that was started many years ago. Well, as we've gone through time, we have had celebrities that took part in the parade, much like this year. We had Willard Scott, who sat on this very stage for a number of years. He was not the only television personality. This is 1984 when Diane Sawyer, Louisville's very own, was the Grand Marshal.
We are very proud of her, and she certainly is one of the pioneers of news. And Diane Sawyer was part of the Pegasus Parade, certainly.
You're going to see her, and look how far the television
But
graphics
you know
have come.
what? I was going to say, that's what I was
There
going
she
to say. Look at the graphics. Look at her, though.
Grand Marshal of the Pegasus.
There she is. She's the Grand Marshal. Everybody trying to talk to her, you know.
I don't think she's changed all that.
No, at all.
Grand Marshal, co-anchor of CBS Morning News, Diane. How do you? I'm very well.
Oh my goodness! Isn't it crazy?
You're used to
I
interviewing
love
people.
that, and seeing
How does
the
it feel to be
folks.
back home
Let's hear
for
what
the
she said.
Derby? You know, it's wonderful. One is tempted to think this is all just for me, right? But not tempted for too long. But you usually come home. I usually sneak into town with my 2-inch thick glasses and no makeup and my hair pulled back in a ponytail. And I feel as if this is kind of emerging for me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Say hello to Willard. All right.
She's referring to Willard Scott, who was on the stage at that point. You can hear his voice.
You can hear his voice. You can always hear Willard Scott's
That
voice.
goes back to 1984, so that was a long time ago in itself. Here we are today as we put the 86th annual Kentucky Derby Festival.
We had something, but it
Zoller
doesn't look
Pegasus
that
Parade.
different. So when you look at it, the tradition stays the same. Some of the things just kind of update, and it's still tradition. It's still families.
Well, isn't that
It's-
what Derby is all
That's
about?
what Derby is all about.
So I tell you, we're going to take a quick break as we've taken a look back. When we come back, we will say big happy birthday to Dawn G, and we'll ask you to stick around for that. You're watching exclusive coverage right here on the official station for the Kentucky Derby Wave. We'll be right back.
Not a day over 22.
almost all wrapped up. Zoller Pump Company Pegasus Parade. We thank you. What do you get?
You can see them from behind us, but those are for our. We've been over here wiping our noses.
See it. We have. Oh, we could tell you all the. Well, you probably saw all.
I'm just telling all the secrets.
All the secrets that we have. Our noses have been running, and there's
warmers.
been water, and I didn't have glasses on when we started, but some of the print was small and I couldn't see when the water started, so I had to put my glasses on.
Well, that happens.
I know.
As
So
you get,
as you get older, so you could see, and well, whatever. The parade has just been wonderful.
How has your day been?
It's been great. I was with my Wave 3 family. I didn't get to see my family. They came running in, and then I'm pretty sure they went running.
Well, they've been celebrating your birthday for a few days, but I have
You
not.
know
So
how
here's a
I've
little cotton
celebrated.
candy.
Thank you.
It hasn't
so
gotten
much.
wet, so it's still
No,
good.
it hasn't. Thank you to the wonderful
The
people
Derby
that set that
Festival
up.
has presented you with
Isn't
a
that pretty?
collector's item pin. This is the Pegasus Parade. It is a gold pin.
Yes.
So that's for you.
Isn't it gorgeous?
And from the staff and our co-workers at Wave, a very happy 60th birthday to Dawn G.
And
So
I have
happy
to
birthday, Dawn.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I love my Wave 3 family. And we've got another Wave 3 family member that has a birthday today. So I have to share that with her too.
Well, I hope you share it with all of us. I mean, last check, I'm going to cut a piece of the cake.
Yeah, but we get our cake first, though. She gets a piece first, I get a piece first. So.
Oh, yeah, Becca's asking, you're not going to share whose birthday it is?
Well, I don't know. Can I say it's your birthday? Yeah. It's Chelsea's birthday.
Okay. Well,
today's her birthday,
who
too.
knew?
April 30th for Chelsea and me.
There you go.
'Cause
Well,
we're
happy
the party
birthday. I didn't even
girls.
know that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're wrapping up here, but we wanted to say happy birthday. You've had a week. Today has been declared Dawn G Day in the city. I saw the mayor make that proclamation on Friday.
Yep.
And what's that mean? Do you do you get to go eat free at dinner tonight somewhere in the city?
I don't know.
Do you
Let's go
do you have a
try it.
police
What do you say?
escort
Let's
home?
go walk up and see if
I'm just
it
curious.
works.
What's it mean to have a
Everybody,
day?
let's go to a restaurant and see if it works.
Everybody's walking in. Like,
I
yeah,
know.
Dawn G Day.
I promise, though, after this, you won't hear about my birthday again.
But you did have, because you do so much for the community, you said
love
you
my
wanted
community.
your birthday to really wrap around one thing.
Yes, my parents said, okay, what kind of birthday party do you want? And I said, I do not want a birthday party. This is what I want, and I mean this seriously. Let me see how fast I can say it.
Or you got 30 seconds.
Okay, I've got a lot of things coming up that I'm asking you to help support with me so that we can help this community. I'm trying to support the 13 area ministries. I'm trying to get dog food for people who cannot feed their pets. And I'm also trying to help Hope Village and any other nonprofit that we can help. You can also donate to my nonprofit, A Recipe to End Hunger. I think I got it all in. Just love each other and help each other. That's all I'm asking.
A very happy birthday wish as we take a look back at some of the sights and sounds. We hope you'll stick around. Wave News at 6 is next. Jessica Dobson's got the latest radar view. We'll see you with complete Derby coverage as Derby Week unfolds with sunrise at Churchill Downs beginning tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.